Hi, everybody, and welcome to Sci-Fi-Vision for May 10th. Talisman Transmission is part of Sci-Fi-Vision, sorry. But welcome. Thank you if you are joining us. Tonight we have the 4th episode of From, of course, for our deep dive. If you're not, I'm not up at the chat to put it in. If you're not a member of our Discord, please make sure that you join for our schedule and our watch parties. We just got done having a From watch party just now, and everybody, I don't know if they're still over there talking, they might be, but we have a From watch party on Saturday night when the episode comes out at midnight Eastern, and on Sunday at 9 Eastern, right before this live. And we also have another From live stream tomorrow for our review. So please make sure you check those out, as well as our video tab and our live tab for all our interviews. And make sure tomorrow you check out, I have the interview with Hannah Trammy, who plays Julie, will be coming out tomorrow at some time. And of course, just a reminder for anybody who's forgotten, we have the woman who plays Donna, the actress who plays Donna, Elizabeth Saunders, is coming on June 3rd at 7 p.m. Eastern. Will talk to us live. You guys can put your questions in the chat then, so please make sure you join us. Meanwhile, I did want to also announce, we've been going to talk about it. We're going to be doing a giveaway tomorrow for one winner, and it's provided by Kimberly, which I'm very thankful for. She is gifting a cameo of Avery. So if you want a message from Sarah herself, make sure you guys tune in tomorrow night at 10 Eastern to try to win.
That's one for the Sarah cult. That's
yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's awesome. That's really appreciated. I'm really appreciative of that. I'm glad she's doing that. That's awesome. So yeah, make sure you guys tune in tomorrow and try to win that, and listen to us too. Don't just tune in just to win and then leave. You gotta listen to us too. But yeah, thank you everybody for coming. And the only other thing I was going to say, which I know Scarlett knows, is we may not be super long tonight. I'm not feeling really well, so it kind of depends how I feel as we go. But I'll do what I can, and we'll just try to not be 3 or 4 hours. Maybe that might be enough, hopefully, to not do that. But I am feeling at least better than I was, so that's something, I guess. All right. Well, what did you think of the episode, Scarlett? How many times have you seen it? I've seen it way too many times at this point.
Well, I was kind of busy because I had a gaming event and a World Birthday event and a Renaissance fair.
No, I know you've been busy. I'm just teasing.
But at the top of my notes, I have three words, or it could be 2 words. Doug Num Num.
Yes, definitely. And speaking of, I don't know if he's listening or not, but thank you, Doug, for coming to our watch party earlier. I appreciate you dropping by. Yeah, that was awesome. But yes, that's such a crazy scene, right?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. Some people there's still people saying we didn't get answers, like nothing's happened. I don't understand that, because this was a big thing to me. So I don't know.
I got this leaked to me, but I got it leaked wrong.
About him eating the bodies, you mean?
Because people are telling me that he had killed Eloise and was eating her.
Oh, yeah, that I don't know. That's not what was said.
So I was like, well, I guess Eloise is a big nothing burger. And then I watched the episode and I'm like, no, that's not true. Eloise is still on the table.
Yeah, no, that was Miranda. That was definitely Miranda. That's what they said, but or at least in his drawing. I don't know that. Let's not say that wasn't necessarily when Julie was there. I don't know that. I don't know about. But drawing. But the only thing, I guess, that was part of the trailer that got released weeks earlier, or whatever, by mistake, which some people weren't happy they had seen. So yeah, maybe I know a lot of people, I think, have quit watching the weekly trailers, and then you don't get spoiled, which is probably a good thing not to do if you don't want to get it, because they do put some stuff in it.
Well, I think when Julie saw him, he was just eating a red shirt, like a random.
Probably. Yeah, I don't think they would have us see something like that. I wouldn't think so.
Yeah.
They don't want to show us details, I don't think, either, of who he's eating. Let's hope not. At least I don't want to see details.
Plus, I'm going to say, in your honor, Jamie, this episode brought forth a bumper crop of red shirts I can write trivia questions about.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of people. There's always people showing up. It's like, who is this person that what is it, Roger, that's in the end of the
Yeah,
episode? Like,
Roger pulled the rope. Patty, you know Patty?
Is that the redhead? I know there's a
Yeah,
redhead.
redhead.
Okay.
And then there's Tommy, Ella, and Jordan.
Oh wow, you notice more people than I did. I didn't even notice that many. That's funny.
So I wrote down all the notes because I'm going to revamp the red shirt quiz and like switch up the multiple choice and put the new questions in.
Very awesome.
Version 2.
Yeah, and for anybody also who doesn't know about it, I'm setting it up. We've kind of talked about it. We've never done it, but we keep talking about it. We're planning, if all goes well, the week that From is not on during Labor Day, Memorial Day. The week that it's not on, we're gonna do a trivia kind of party for our 2,000 subscribers on YouTube / 1 million views, because we never did it for 1 million views. We'll do a kind of trivia thing that'll sort of be about, I think, about the hosts and sort of just a fun thing for everybody, since everybody's going to not have an episode that week, unfortunately. But yeah, so look out for the Discord for information on that. And we're going to figure it out. We got time to do it. So. All righty. Although I got to ask you guys, I mean, I know stuff about Karen and AJ. I got to ask you stuff so I get trivia. I don't know as much about you.
Stuff about my life.
Yeah, got to get more of that. Nothing obviously personal, but
that's
have some fun. I was going to say West of Westeros. That is not something we can answer, but I guess Scarlett can give you her theory if she's.
What is this?
West of Westeros says what's going to cause the scarecrows to come to life. What do you think? I'll ask you your theory. What do you think?
In my heart of hearts, I hope Fatima makes a Gollum Tilly.
That would be kind of cool.
And then the Gollum Tilly fights the scarecrows and the ragdolls in the village.
Well, you know what, though? At least we'd get some closure on Tilly then. That's all I got to say.
Then after she's all done, Tilly admits that she was killed by Fatima, or Tilly's Gollum.
Yeah, poor Tilly gets killed twice, right?
Yeah. I mean, then, as she's dying, as a Gollum turns back into mud.
Yeah, that's funny. Hey, who knows? All right, let me see. I'm trying to. Hey, everybody! I'm just looking through and trying to see who's in the chat here and starring some of your comments. Doc, hey Doc. Let's see who we got. Fletcher, Kimberly. West of Westeros, obviously his comment was up. Kaiser Bowl and Maze and Lola Lozado and Bill and all the ones of mine that repeat 20 times when I type anything. Gabby, I think I don't want to miss anybody. No, wait, there's Golden Shout. I was gonna say I saw somebody else. Oh, thank you everybody for coming. I'm gonna star some of your comments and we'll get to them. I don't want to. I like this. Fletcher's manual eating the liver. Christy got the bile from Smiley's liver. I'm assuming so, because I'm pretty sure that's where bile comes from. Not that I know that much about it, but at least in X-Files it was from the liver. So that's interesting. It's an interesting point, I guess.
Delicious, nutritious, full of iron.
Nutritious, right. Let's see. Gabby says maybe the Lake of Tears was keeping them trapped and now they're free. That would be interesting if it let them out now that whatever came to the surface. That could be cool.
I want to know if that bird's the Cromanagle.
I don't know. All I keep thinking, and I want to say it was Big Heck, I think, that said it in the chat, said something like magic starling and didn't mean it in the way that I took it, but it made me think of said starling magic, and it made me think of the star magic sign, and I thought, wouldn't that be really funny if it was about the bird? Like, I don't know why.
The bird was in bad CGI mode, because I think when they're holding it, it's a real bird. And when it was in bad CGI mode, it almost looked like it had a blue head, like the Carbonacle does on the cover of the book. I didn't know if it was referencing that.
Yeah, I hadn't noticed
CGI it enough so that when they CGI'd it, it looked a lot more blue than it actually is.
Yeah, I don't know. I would guess it's probably to do with like the way they did the CGI, but I don't really know any more than you do.
But I think when they were holding it and putting water on it, it was a real bird, right?
Yeah, I would think so. I mean, I sometimes it's hard to tell, but it did look like it was a real bird at points. So it's hard to tell, but I hope so. But yeah, I mean, it's different when they work with live animals. They gotta
Hmm.
do a lot of things, and I don't know if it makes a difference, like him the kid who plays Ethan handling it because he's younger. I don't know that would necessarily make a difference. Of just
All
that's
the
like,
liability and stuff.
yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe it wouldn't. He's not that young. I'm just thinking about it. I don't
Yeah.
know, but it also depends on money and everything else. But I mean, when they have animals, they have to have trainers and everything else. So sometimes the CGI might just be cheaper. It's hard to tell. Yes, please everybody like this video and also give it a hype if you can. That's always appreciated, and subscribe to Sci-Fi Vision. We always appreciate new subscribers, and thank you. If some of you are new coming, I know we got a lot of new people in Discord last night.
Oh,
If you're here after that, it's greatly appreciated. Yeah, I'm pretty sure a lot of them came from Facebook originally.
yeah.
But thank you if you are new watchers, and please make sure that you like and subscribe so you know when we have new shows, since we're doing way too much. Probably I'm saying way too much just because like I have no life, but way
Yeah.
too much from stuff each week. All right.
I mean, we could have thrown on something Wednesday night as well, so you wouldn't have any nights off.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I don't have any nights off this week. Yes. Wednesday or, no, or yes, Wednesday at I think 11. I think we had said no. Wait. Wednesday.
We
No, we
would,
don't have it Wednesday. We have it Thursday and Friday. Or did I screw something
yeah,
up?
that's what I said. Wednesday's the only night you got off, or else you
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, I'm like, you're mixing me up. Don't tell me I missed something else. I was gonna say, no,
no.
Thursday at 11, we have Widow's Bay for episode 3 and 4, and we have a watch party beforehand. It's at 9:30, and these are all Eastern. And then that's Thursday, and then Friday we have Punisher. So yeah, and of course Tuesday we have our Fandom Access that we have every Tuesday, which is kind of a mix of everything. So yeah, we got a very, very full week, that's for sure. All right, let me get up my pictures here. Okay, so I love that the one thing I want to start off by saying is I really like that people are talking to each other
Hmm.
more often now on the show. That's something that so many people, and I feel like even myself, complained about, before, that they weren't sharing information. So I love that there's like a scene where everybody's just kind of sitting around talking and about what's going on. Um, that's
So
definitely happened. I'm sorry, what?
I'm surprised you don't have the opening shot where the evil suit they find in the middle of the forest, where like Victor literally urinated himself when he saw it, and they bring it inside. And why did they bring it inside? Because they brought Smiley inside, and bad things happen. So why are they bringing in the evil suit and putting it in the office?
That is a good question. I don't think, unless it was in the flashback, they didn't show it outside. I don't think. Did they? Just in the office? I think.
Just in the office.
Yeah, I
Well,
think
oh
that's
yeah, there
fine.
it is. Yeah,
Yep.
it
Yeah,
looks like
no, I have the
it
picture.
looks like it has dirty underwear on top of it, which is kind of frightening.
I know it does look like long underwear, but kind of gross.
And
Yeah.
I was also really confused at the scene because Boyd said, "Oh, that could have been sitting around for like 10 years," and I'm like, I don't think it looks pretty clean for sitting around for 10 years.
Yeah, I think it would start to disintegrate or something after a little too
Yeah.
long.
Well, it's linen, so it would naturally disintegrate.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. So Fletcher said, I think we already know Scarlett's answer, but says, who do you think would wear
Oh,
that?
I know who's gonna wear that suit.
I was gonna
He's
say, I
gonna
know
wear
you
that
think,
suit.
Ethan, but we'll have to see. I don't know. I see more and more reference that it could be Ethan. So like I see the pieces there pointing to it, but sometimes I wonder if it's more like a misdirection. But
Well,
hey,
I'll get a misdirection because the whole thing with Victor and the drawing and saying, "Well, you just came here in this car," and you think, "Okay, this is just another Sophia thing. Like the entity took over another person's body and just happened to be, you know, doing all the stuff that Sophie's doing, but doing it as a man in yellow. And there was probably somebody before him, and the entity is probably not even a human, you know."
yeah, that's a good point. We don't really know if all we know is that in the last cycle he was the man in yellow. That doesn't necessarily mean that it was always the man in yellow. Could have
But the
definitely
suit thing in the last episode, it just kind of makes you think, and makes you climb back up that hill.
yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Fletcher agrees with you apparently. That is going to be Ethan. We'll see. We'll see.
Or I guess another question would be, does it turn somebody evil if you put that suit on?
I don't know, but I'm wondering why anyone would try the suit on, though. I mean,
I don't know
I
why
don't
they
know.
brought it inside.
I
They
agree
should
with you.
burn
That
it.
did seem like a bad idea. I agree. But look, at least they're talking about it, right? They're getting
Yeah.
together and having their little powwow about it.
Yeah.
Um, but the other, yeah, a lot of this whole scene is about them talking about seeing the suit, about, Jade's talking about how Victor, urinated on himself, and
Yeah.
Henry wants to talk to him. Henry is also kind of like in more shock at this point because he's seeing his wife's paintings come to life. Like he says that,
Yeah.
they were just painting in his basement. It's like, now here it is. And it could be the same thing. So I get that that makes it even weirder. But yeah, they talk about where it came from. You're right. Boyd says it could be been there for years, or also says maybe the monsters left it to mess with their heads. That to
Yeah.
me definitely seems a lot more plausible than it's just been sitting out there and nobody noticed it.
Mhm.
But we know, what the answer is, but they don't.
Mhm.
Yeah, Henry wants to talk to Victor alone, which I get. I know Boyd was
Yeah.
like all in a rush, like, we gotta talk to him, we gotta talk to him. And like I appreciate that Henry's like, no, I'm gonna talk to him.
Mhm.
Let me take care of it.
I don't think
Uh,
a gang of people coming to talk to Victor would glean good results.
yeah, that's true. He has a better chance of getting more out of him. And why did
Mhm.
the man in yellow kill Victor? I'm not sure what
Why
that's supposed to.
didn't the man in yellow kill
Oh, why?
Victor?
I'm sorry, I read it wrong. You're right. Why didn't the man in yellow kill Victor all those years? Because he knows Victor would be important in Ethan's arrival to teach him how to. Oh, that's more
Oh,
about
yeah. Now you're
Well,
cooking.
agreeing with Ethan. Thank you, Dark Lake. I appreciate that. We got a new subscriber. I got to put back up. I forgot when I had before, I had the thing that pops up when somebody subscribes, but
Mhm.
I keep forgetting to put it back up because when I switched to the messing around with the from overlay, I don't think I ever put it back on. I got to load it back up because now we get subscriber. It'd be cool to have it do something cool anyway. I'll have to mess
Mhm.
around with that. I'm still learning this stuff, guys. Hi Trey, welcome. So yeah, man in yellow or yellow suit. I agree with you. Stupid idea to bring it in is the summary of that. I agree with you. All right, there's everybody talking. This is one of the scenes that was obviously in the trailer at the beginning of the season.
Mhm.
And they still have the freaking thing like just blocked off. It looks like it's just got a sheet on there, but I guess that's enough to keep the talisman out, or to keep the monsters out. But like I said, if it works in the RV, I guess I can go with it.
Mhm.
All right. So Victor
Henry
leaves now.
sharing a know Henry sharing a knowing glance at Donna as he leaves because they're a thing.
You're so funny. I would seriously laugh though if that happened because I know you keep saying that. I would crack up if that happened, but I don't know.
You
I
don't
don't.
remember when they were drinking that night, and then the one guy came in, and I can't remember who woke up Henry, and he was all frazzled, and you know,
True. Look, I don't know. I assume there's probably some shenanigans going on on this town, but at the same time, I don't know that we have time for romance. But who knows? You
always,
never know, right?
always.
Thank you, West of Westeros. I'm glad you're enjoying the channel. I'm glad that everybody, if you guys enjoy this, yes, and if you are enjoying it, please make sure that you do like the video. All right. So there's Donna's annoyed look. I don't think that was at Henry. That was at somebody else, but she's still annoyed either way. Let's see. So this is where I think Donna asks if Henry knows about
No,
Miranda and Tabitha. Yeah.
yeah,
Um,
it's one of my favorite things because nobody ever says yes or no to this. They always ask, they always give an answer like we don't even know it was real. That was no yes, no no.
You're right. It wasn't. I hadn't thought about that, but you are totally right. It was not. Um, Let me ask you though, because I don't know if I'm just like having a brain fart remembering, but when did they actually tell? Like, I don't remember seeing Donna find that out, and I don't know if we're just supposed to assume that they told her at some point and it was off screen. Because I remember the conversation about Smiley, but I don't remember anybody actually saying anything to her about Tabitha and Jade, but maybe I'm just forgetting. I don't know. Do you remember?
I don't know. I think with this group of people, maybe they were talking off scene because I don't remember it either. If anybody in
Okay.
the chat, let me know because I don't remember it.
Yeah, okay, that's good. I just wondered. I thought maybe it was me, but yeah, apparently they did. But even if we got it was off camera, at least we know that they're talking about stuff. But yeah, they decide that they are going to keep it between the group of people that is in the room and not tell anybody else since Henry doesn't know. So, yeah. These people minus Henry now know about Jade and Tabitha. And you're right. Tabitha says, "Is it even real?" Jade says, "Of course it is," basically.
Well, she
And
almost told the other episode too. She had a sentence ready to go, and then she stopped.
yeah, Tabitha, yeah, she did
Yeah.
almost tell Henry. That's going to be crazy if she does, though, right? Like, I don't think he's going to take that very well. Yeah,
Or maybe I'll take it well because I think he already has those feelings of protection towards her, and then he would really know why.
Yeah, but I also kind of think like if you think about it, if you lost your wife and found out she had died, you just found out somebody ate her, and you're like, "Hey, she's technically not kind of dead because she's in." I don't know. That's a little weird to me.
What then? It's going to be a triangle between Donna, Henry, and Tabby and Miranda.
No. We don't need that. No.
I'm writing the fanfic right now, Jamie.
I'm sure truthfully though, there probably is a lot of fanfic. I have not actually looked because I haven't felt the need to read that.
We should at the end of the season do a from that's just from fanfic, and we'll pick good fanfic and we'll read it.
Oh, that could be cool. Yeah.
We can read parts of it, not all of it.
Yeah,
just
we'd have to tell the people we're going to do it before we do it. But yeah, we could do that. That could be cool. Yeah, if you guys have from fanfic, send the links and we'll check it out. Maybe
or if you write it on your own.
Yeah. We'll have to check it out and read part of it. All right. So there's also this part here where Donna questions the fact Boyd's letting Jade there take the mushrooms, and he's not okay with that. I like this scene, but I guess the important part to me is where he says like he won't say it in front of everybody else, but they're losing and he doesn't want to find any more bodies. So Boyd is definitely like at the end of his rope, not knowing what to do. He's kind of like, I'll do anything right now. So even if that includes letting Jade expand his mind with the mushrooms, that's what will happen.
Interesting use of rope. There's been a lot of ropes in this season.
There has. That's a good point. There has. Fletcher said Jade's trip will only hit when Jade thinks it doesn't work. Hope it's not during nighttime. Yeah, either that or they'll have to like time up or something because we don't want them like doing something really stupid. Look, I don't think they're gonna hurt Jade though. I think Tabitha and Jade are safe plot armor wise just because of the reincarnation, at least for now. Maybe not for everything, but at least for now. All right, let's see. So, I swear I had. Well, I know that's because Tabitha says she wants to talk to him alone. I was gonna say shoving the mushrooms in his mouth, but that's later. In part of the other scene, I think. Hey, Doc. What if Donna is also a Miranda incarnation and she just doesn't trust it and ignores the boy in white? Just kidding. Yeah, that would be very strange. I also thought it was funny how Boyd called him the kid in white. I don't know why I thought it was funny, but I did.
The kid in white.
I did notice that. I'm like, everybody's calling him the boy in white. He's like that kid in white. So I thought that was kind of funny.
Pesky.
Yeah. All right. So we finally get a name to the priest that kid in white, yeah, KIW. To the priest that
he is done, so it's appropriate name.
He is done. You're right. He's quite done. Dun now. And it is more like Teen in White. You're right, Fletcher. Maybe they ought to start saying that. So this is Sophia sitting here and reading the letters when Sarah comes in and asks her about why she wants to live there if she knows everything she did. I do find it interesting, like that she's still constantly like I know I guess she is sort of in character, I guess I'd say, playing this, Sophia. but is always like spouting Bible verses and obviously seems to know, and not, this isn't a verse, but I'm saying spouting things like that. And this is where she says that she knows what she did was terrible, but her father used to say only good people are tortured by the bad things they've done. And, you know, I don't know. I think that's an interesting comment, though, because I mean, it's true. Like people who do it that are bad really don't care they did it. Like if you have regret, it could mean you're, I mean, it doesn't necessarily mean you're good, but I mean, in that instance,
Yeah.
yes, please,
I really
everybody.
do like the one. I do like the one shot where Sophie's sitting in bed and Sarah's in the mirror, even though she's across the room, because they always put people in mirrors.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think in the one picture you can see, wait, I have one here somewhere of the mirror.
She,
Somewhere I had it. No, I
Yep,
didn't. It's one of the
it
ones
seems
I've
to enjoy. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead. Sorry. What'd you
Man in
say?
Yellow seems to enjoy being Sophie though, because even in like her, it's off time, likes to read these letters and stuff. Wasn't really kind of intrigued by them, and not so much like doing the shenanigans that she's been doing.
Yeah, why do you think she's reading the letters? Like, I'd say maybe to know more about him, but she really doesn't have to because nobody knows him, so she could make up anything.
I don't know.
So
Maybe these entities just like people's stuff. They're fascinated. They kill humans, but they're fascinated by them at the same time.
yeah, could be. That's a good point. It really could be. I thought I had a picture of the mirror, but oh no, there you can see her a little bit in the mirror in that one.
Yeah, I thought it was a good shot. I thought it was interesting the way they
Yeah,
shot that.
I like it when they do that, and it's also I think hard to film it too because they got to keep the cameraman out. You know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna store Fletcher's comment there. Wait till we get to talking about the voices. All right. So she tells her why she wants to stay, like because she thinks Sarah is nice to her
Mm-hmm.
and that she wants her own room, which, you know, isn't too bad, I guess. So yeah, she says she's gonna go down and make breakfast, and then we have Sophia like whispering to herself. I can you tell I kind of want somebody to record it and like see if they can figure out what she's saying. To me, it either sounds like she's supposed to be talking backwards or maybe in another language. It's hard to tell because it sounds like gibberish, you know what I mean? You can't really understand it, but I'm kind of curious. It just always makes me think of like stuff like Lost. I remember they played things backwards and like there were messages and stuff in it. And I'm wondering if anybody's tried that. But I don't know. I couldn't understand it.
Well, the closed captioning says muttering indistinctly, so maybe like some occult ease.
It could be. It could be. I thought it sounded like kind of like another language if you listen, but it since I can't understand it, that's not really accurate. I'm just guessing. I have no clue. But I just know they played stuff backwards on From, and there was like stuff in the whispers and that. So
Too bad Julia's. It seems like Julia's gone through all her interviews, so nobody can ask her like what she inspired to say.
Yeah. Yeah. I had thought about asking that, but I didn't want to go. If you go too far forward, then you can't put it up for like ever. So it's kind of hard to, you got to balance how far you go when you ask.
And just see if the showrunners told her anything or she knows nothing.
Yeah, I'm curious. I know that she was, hold on, let me take a drink. Yeah. I know that she was on Tony's show. I didn't get to listen to the whole thing yet. Maybe I don't know that they talked about that, but maybe they did. I don't know. Yeah, I got to finish listening to it. I haven't listened to the whole thing yet, but yeah, that would be a good question. I agree with you. I'd like to know exactly what she was told to say. She's probably just going, and we're all talking about it like it's, something. Probably. Okay. So yeah, the point is that she's making her hear the voices and that it's coming from the man in yellow. So let me ask you this question. Do you think this necessarily means like all the voices are the man in yellow? I don't know that I feel like that, but I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, because I kind of thought that, like, I was kind of running through that myself, thinking, okay, the easy answer would be the man in yellow has done it all along, right? But there is that scene where she says when her and Voight are camping, where she holds her hand and swings up to the bottle tree, and she's like, I can hear them. Because there are theories that she hears the voices of the dead. And I don't want that not to be true because I want her to also hear the voices of the dead, but it seems like there's a lot of evidence here that the man in yellow has been messing with her.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like probably the kill the boy came from him, but
I don't think So
beyond that, I don't
because I
know. Oh
don't
no,
think he wants to kill himself.
okay, yes, if you think it's Ethan, then I guess that would make a difference.
Because I think that might have come from a different entity or the dead. And not the man in yellow. Because I also think maybe the man in yellow can only do it once he's conjured up, because I do believe he was conjured. And I don't believe that he had the ability to show up corporeal until Jade played the music. So he could only affect certain things and not a lot of stuff.
That's a good point. Yeah. I agree with you. I think he was conjured, and I don't think he was like physically there until then. Could
Yeah.
he affect things? I don't know. That I don't know. Let's see. I'm not sure if this was in reference to the scene we're going over, but was saying that was a crazy reveal, one of the best parts of the episode. So I'm not sure if that's in regards to this, but this is definitely a crazy scene at any rate.
Or the Doug.
It could have, yeah, it could have been the story walking and the Doug thing. I don't know. You'll have to let us know which you were talking about, Catastrophe.
Because I mean, we've never got a definitive answer of who controls the jukeboxes, who controls the phone, the radio. You know, there's not been like, and I did it. You know, like the man in yellow, Sophie doesn't show up and say, "Hey, I've been doing all this shenanigans."
Yeah, it's hard to. I mean, look, we know the man in yellow was on the radio. That's about all we know, I think.
Yeah, that's the only thing that's really been, I guess, 99.9% confirmed.
Yeah. I don't know. I assumed that some of the voices were all of them. I don't know that I buy that, but I figured the Kill the Boy was, but I also don't necessarily think that it's Ethan. So I guess.
Well, if you're of the theory that two entities are playing a game like chess, then you would have probably these entities being able to do that and manipulate people. But then you also had the bottle tree with the voices of the dead, which I really strongly do believe are the voices of the dead. So you've got three different sources where it could be coming from.
Yeah. I see that Fletcher says maybe she hears them all, man and y'all included. So yeah, maybe she hears everything that's on this town.
That's why it hurts so bad.
Yeah, it's everybody. Whoops, everything at once. Sorry, I meant to put up. Catastrophe was talking about the scene. So yeah, if that's the case, and it's definitely implying at least some of the voices are, him. So I do think that was a good reveal too. I agree with that. Dieter said, I think Manuel is using Sarah because of the voices. He knows it and is putting things in her head to use her for the future. I agree. Maybe that's probably why he wanted, she, I still don't know what the hell to call her, why she wanted to stay with Sarah. Let's see. West of Westeros liked the moment where the characters were discussing dialogue about what they know. Also, Henry learning from Victor that about the man in yellow. Yes, were also very good scenes. There's a lot. Look, I think there's a lot of good scenes in this episode. Quite a bit. Well, thank you, Doc, for dropping by. Okay, so
Flush is on my team, you know.
What?
I said Flush is on my team because he's like, once we know what Ethan turns into, we'll understand the Kill the Boy reference, and also because you know, I've seen the first season of Dark, you know, and you can't spoil me on it, but it feels very much like that. Like you just can't die. Like Ethan's almost died like about 5 times, different times in the series. And each time, you know, he stands by a window, 5 seconds where something crashes into the window. He gets something through his leg. He runs out into danger and just is saved.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
If it gets timey-wimey like that, that's, you know, a good, you know, guess that he might be the man in yellow.
We'll have to wait. Hopefully, we'll find out at some point, one way or the other. I'm guessing probably not till next season.
It'd be funny if you just never know.
Just never know. We'll just never find out. Who knows?
It's ambiguous.
All right. So we have Jade. This is where Jade's talking to Tabitha. On his own. This is where she apologizes to him. And she also asks him, you know, for what she said in the other episode in the barn. And she also asks about why he was talking to Ethan about the Lake of Tears and all that, and why he came to him. And this is where he tells her, you know, sometimes it helps kids they feel more comfortable living in their imagination. So he's trying to give some advice. He doesn't think he's got good advice, but he's trying to get some advice.
But he's also talking about himself.
Yeah, yeah, he is also. I believe he's talking about
And I'm
himself.
wondering if that's going to lead to that cave thing we saw in the trailer where there's a kid and we all think it's young Jade. That
Yeah,
might be
it could be.
so. He might be tripping at that
He might
point.
be
I mean, there hasn't been any tripping yet. I thought there would be some kind of yellow jacket school spirits like mushroom scene by now, and it hasn't happened.
Yeah. Well, yeah, yeah. I mean, it still could happen. I guess we just have to.
It's been a very mellow mushroom trip on
It
this
has.
episode.
I would agree with that. I would agree
Except
with
for
that.
except for the funniest line in the whole episode, that's just coming up with Kenny. I thought that was pretty funny. But
Yeah, I agree. I like that too. That was probably my favorite one for the episode too.
yeah.
Okay, so yeah, that's what that's about. And then
Abby apologized to him, so that's
yeah,
good.
yeah, I guess that's good. He's like, don't, because he basically says like I deserved it, which is I don't know that that's accurate, but that's
No,
what
I
he
don't
said.
think he deserved it.
No, I don't think he did either.
He deserves these sweet mushrooms.
Yeah, there's another good quote here though too. I like whenever Boyd says, "Is everything all right?" And he says, "If you can tell me the last time everything was all right, you win a cookie." I did like that.
Yeah.
I thought that was funny. But he's like, "Are you ready?" And he's like, "No," and then shoves him in his mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're never ready.
Never ready, never ready. Let's see. I saw some. Oh,
I don't think there will be a scene. I'm thinking Yellow Jackets now where like Ethan walks in there and he's like, "Ooh, mushrooms."
yeah. We don't want. I don't know
Like
that I
Mari
want to.
and Mari putting them in the stew in the Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, no, I don't. I don't want to see Ethan eat the mushrooms. But I agree. I know what you're talking about. That's funny.
Yeah.
Who's the ultimate favorite character build and art? I think my favorite characters are Jade and Donna. Who are your favorite characters?
I like Sarah.
You like Sarah? All right, fair.
I like Sarah. She's got a lot going on.
I like
She's
everybody.
really good too. I like Avery a lot. She's a really good actress.
Yeah, she is. I like them all. That's what I said. I like kind of like them all. So if
Yeah.
I was stuck in Fromville, who would be my friend?
I mean, I was surprised with Julie too. In the beginning, I didn't like Julie at all, and then now I do. You know.
Yeah, no, I like all of them. But
Yeah.
I think story wise, I don't know. I like Jade, I think the most because I feel like Jade's like the audience is probably why. But who I would be friends with, I don't know. I don't think I would survive very long if I'm honest. So I don't know. I hadn't really thought about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I wish we knew more of Donna's backstory, like when she came in the From. Like they had, shot a scene kind of like what Boyd and his family came in, but her and her sister. I really like this.
Yeah, I would like to see that too. I know a lot of people seem to remember that for some reason, but it would be cool to get that scene. I agree. All right, so what scene is next? Let's see. All right, so Tabby is looking for Ethan, and he's upstairs trying to get his dad on the radio. And
a lot of people are hiding things this episode, like Fatima's hiding her dirt, and Ethan's hiding the radio.
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say, what do you think though about the fact like I don't know that she like hid it like that she knew. Like she didn't let him know she knew he was doing it. She was listening to him.
She's trying to mom the best she can.
I guess, but I feel like she already knows that he said he's seen him, right? Whether she believes it or not. Like I'm not sure that her knowing he's talking to him would make much of a difference. But
I like how they crunched up Simon on this bed so he looks smaller. I'm just gonna say they just crunch up this kid so much so he doesn't look super tall,
Yeah, they do kind of do that. I hadn't really thought about it, but you're right, they do. He's getting taller. He's going to get taller, but it's going to happen. Let's see. Catastrophe says my favorite scene in season 2 when Jade's like, Donna, there's a bus parked in front of the diner. That is also a good scene. I enjoy that as well. Julian Randall became our faves due to story walking. I do like Julian Randall in this episode. Let's see. B says I would be friends with Donna. I know a lot of people are judgy because they think Connie House is debauchery, but that lady gets shit done. She does get shit done. That is true. That is true.
Just watch this episode. Look at all the people in County House. They're like gardening and they're doing all this stuff. They're doing a lot of hard work. They play hard and they work hard.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, Boyd got a lot of shit done too, but
Yeah,
yes, you're right. I mean, she does a good job
yeah, but
running.
Boyd doesn't have this like hedonistic thing they throw in Colony House.
Yeah, that's true.
Because a lot of people like equate that with being lazy, like lazy hippies, but it's not because they're working all the time.
They
Donna's
are.
doing all the time. She's like butchering cows and planting stuff and taking vegetables down to the town,
Yeah. Yeah.
picking up puzzle pieces.
I think that like if there was a second leader, like if Boyd completely goes off the deep end or something, because like we don't know what's going on with him right now, but if
Yeah.
something happens or to him or whatever, I think that Donna would be like the best leader replacement. In all honesty, I think a lot of times Donna would be a better leader than Boyd. I do like Boyd, but I think he'd be a better leader.
It also like flashbacks of Donna before Boyd and everybody else came because she's been there longer.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then we could get some Dale too. We could get some Dale because
Yeah,
he'd still be alive and still having like how they like survived in that part too, or maybe discovered things, or maybe found out something, like a little bit of education and got a little pushback, and they were like, okay, we're not doing that again.
Yeah, we don't really. I could be wrong, but the only flashback we have from back then is, I think Boyd's point of view, isn't it?
Yeah, when the Father Kadri and Dale and Donna were all there before him.
Yeah, I agree with you. That'd be nice to have them more flashbacks.
But hasn't Donna been there like 3 years or something?
Something like that.
Good amount of time. And I like that because I feel like she's a survivalist, so I like to see a little bit more of that action, like survivalist.
Yeah, that would be cool. I agree. That would be cool. Fletcher says to you that it's funny Ethan's on the radio, saying if he's a man in yellow who's messing with Jim over the radio and phone call and trying to find Jim. If it is a man in yellow, then yes, it's kind of funny that it all has to do with that.
But, I like how complex that all is.
It's kind of, it goes in a circle there. I was going to say a lot of people are not watching the new trailers, so let's try not to talk about the new trailers in the comments for right now. But you're welcome to talk about the trailers in the spoiler channel of Discord. Just because I know a lot of people don't want to hear about it and don't want to know. I think it's probably better. Now, the first trailers, it was at the beginning of the season. I think everybody's seen at this point, but the new ones are kind of
well, the ones that really spoil it.
Yeah, no, I know. And I haven't seen the fifth episode trailer, so I don't know what's in it anyway, but I know that the one for this episode, I do think they showed too much. So yeah. All right. So yeah, Ethan hides the radio. And just a reminder, because I know we have more people here than we did when I said it before. Make sure you guys tune in tomorrow night at 10 Eastern for our From review, because we're going to be giving away the cameo with Avery that Kimberly is providing, which is so awesome. So make sure you guys tune in for that. We'll do a random giveaway. All right. So this is where she asks about the Lake of Tears and him going to Jade and Victor. And he says he didn't think she'd believe him, and tells her, what his dad said. And he wants to prove I think this is sad though, in a way, because he's like, it'll prove it was real and that he's not gone. Like that's, I think, the real reason why he wants to, prove it, because he doesn't want to. I think he still hasn't maybe accepted that his dad's gone, but maybe his dad isn't gone. I mean, I guess it depends if he's still there. Right?
This show, who knows?
Yeah, we really don't know. That's a good part. Well, I'm gonna do a random giveaway tomorrow, Dieter. Tomorrow night, you have to come back. As long as you are in the chat when we pull for it and put in the right, I'll tell you guys what to do, a hashtag. We'll do like we did with the last one. With you type like a hashtag in the text, and then in the chat, and it randomly pulls somebody. Okay. So I think she says, did she say there she's going to take them? Maybe she said she.
Yeah, I think Ethan just told Jade and Victor because they have more belief than Tabby does. I don't know why she's so on the fence now, but
yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know. She's grieving too, I guess. So I don't know what to think, but he could really be seeing him. He could not be. I mean, there's like so many different explanations. That could be like, it could have not really been Jim. It could have been, I know you think the man in yellow is Ethan, but could have been the man in yellow. Could have been his ghost. Could have been Ethan's just grieving and it was nobody. I don't know. I'll have
Could
to.
be the boy in white helping him
Could be the
out.
boy in white. Yeah,
Because the boy in white is always like, well, Sarah said he's not a boy, but also like,
in white.
because when he told Christopher everything, he freaked out, so now he's got to take a form of something when he needs something to get done.
Yeah.
Can't be straight, straight with people. Oh, I see. Okay.
Anybody can be anybody in the white. You mean what
I gained some knowledge.
He was the one mimicking it. Jim is the Cromanical. He was the one mimicking it. He told Ethan to find Lake of Tears. Ethan finds the Starling on his way. It makes sense. Starling is the physical host. Yeah, Fletcher's saying he thinks Jim is in the Starling. I don't know. It's interesting. I don't know. I guess it could be, but I don't know. We'll have to see. I guess is my only answer. Wait and see. Let's see. Golden Child says, so it's okay for Tabitha to talk to ghosts, but she has an issue with Ethan doing it. That's a good point I hadn't thought about. I mean, look, not necessarily the boy in white. We don't know what he is, but I mean, technically, aren't the Inkui kids ghosts, I guess? I mean, they're dead, right?
Yeah. I mean, Tammy's kind of a little hypocritical there, here and there, but it's fine.
Yeah, she is. Fletcher is asking about the front of the Chromonocle. I don't think they show the front of the Chromonocle in this one. At least if they did, I didn't realize they did.
When Julie's sitting, you can see the illustration on the front. You can't really see illustrations on the inside of it. But I did find something interesting about this illustration because I didn't pause it before. So we'll get to it.
Yeah, I have that one. I missed the cover of hers though. Wait, I'm looking to see if I can where it's at. I sometimes don't see, happen to see every frame. At least the part that I'm looking at, she's got it below the screen. Yeah, I don't know. It must have been only at a certain point. But yeah,
there's a good shot when Jim has it. It's the same cover.
Oh, when Jim has it, yes, I agree with that. But
it's exactly the same color. It has kind of a blue, what I would say, ostrich-like looking bird.
Yeah, it is definitely a bird.
At all.
It definitely is a bird. I would agree it's a bird, but beyond that, I don't know. So yes, it is a bird. But I'm sorry, I did not get it out of this episode. I did not see it in this episode. It must have been a frame I missed.
Well, it, but you can barely see the cover of it.
Yeah, see, most of them that I'm looking at, where at least the clip I just went back to try to find it, that's all you see is like the
you can see a little bit of the top of the illustration. I mean, there's
not enough to necessarily tell us.
Meanwhile, one gets the stage.
Yeah. I don't like how Tabitha is picking and choosing what she wants to believe. I understand the grief, but I need you to lock it in, lady. Yes, she does kind of waffle a bit. So what do you think about the cover of that book, though? Now, since we can't see that one.
Oh, I think two things, and you already know which one I'm thinking. It reminds me of the Great Gatsby. If you've ever seen a cover of Great Gatsby and the bulletin board in the Great Gatsby. I don't know if you know about that metaphor.
Yeah, I don't remember what the cover looks like, and I've never read it, so yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, and then it reminds me a little bit too much of Gollywogs. Again, I'll say.
Yeah, I know.
When Randall opened it up and there was this figure, this kind of brownish black figure, I was like, "Oh God, please no!"
And wait, what is you're saying that Gollywogs or whatever is from that book, or is from
a Gollywog is a racist African caricature that was used in books, like written maybe like in the 1930s.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I don't know. I mean, it's too close not to be a reference with these showrunners, but then it also makes me feel like it's kind of racist, and I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know whether they intended it to reference that or not. That I don't know. I had not heard of that, so I don't know.
Because if they were going through the whole thing where they're talking about America being a melting pot and bringing in like the native Inuit culture into it and the Vikings and all this stuff, and I thought, well, they have the bottle tree, which is a southern folk art thing, and then maybe they're bringing in a reference to the Gollywog because like a lot of these groups are repressed. I mean? And
Yeah,
maybe the ancient evil is the land spirit of the land that's trying to kill off the colonists or something, which is another theory I had.
yeah, I don't know. I was gonna say something though. You reminded me of when we were saying that.
Yeah.
There is down the road from our house. There is a bottle tree. I mean, it doesn't look like the bottle tree in the show. It's one of the ones that just like has the bottles like on like spike things. It's not like an actual
uh,
tree, but it's
yeah.
made of bottles. I keep meaning to take a picture of it when I go past, and I keep forgetting to
Mm.
take my phone out ahead of time to do that.
I
Uh,
keep finding far away trees, and I take a photo of myself like going into one.
yeah, yeah. If you find a picture of a tree with a hole in it, that'd be awesome to do that with. But I don't. Although I don't know. I think I'd be afraid to do it because there's probably spiders in it. So I'd be like, nope, not going to touch that.
Oh, and I'll be like, oh, spiders, love spiders.
Yeah, I know you don't
All
mind.
over me.
I was going to see if I could read the back of this. That's why I zoomed in.
It's very generic text, Jamie.
Yeah, Adventures of the Grand Gulagog will be the most interesting journey you've ever experienced. Creatures,
Ever.
and foe will, I can't read it, and
There's something
imagination.
about friend or foe and then imagination.
Yeah,
Very generic, but I do like this fact that it would be that you've ever had. Maybe this book takes you to Fromville. Who knows?
yeah, maybe. It does say the adventure of a lifetime, but I don't know that this is a good
Oh, yeah.
adventure. Yes, maybe I live in Fromville. He says I live in Fromville. I remember that one time I seen a tree in the middle of the road and I took a picture of it. It's like, I'm a dork. It's okay. Let's see. Okay. Thank you, Papa Socks. I'm glad you're enjoying the conversation. Okay, so they're reading it when tab. Oh, there's a hey, you can see it. There you go.
Yeah.
Although all I see is a
It's
rainbow.
not great.
A bird. Yeah. I can't tell it's a bird. I see blur. Like I see a rainbow and I see something yellow. Oh wait, yeah, okay. The bottom's a bird,
Yeah.
I think. It's got like a blue
Yeah,
head
it's
and
in the bottom
body.
third of that drawing.
Yeah. Okay, yeah,
It's
I
a
kind
little
of
bluebird. It's a bluebird that kind of reminds me more of a walking ostrich or a peacock than an actual crow or flying bird. Has little tiny like blue wings with pink underneath.
well, it's still a bird. I think that's the point. Birds have some kind of significance, right? That's the thing that I think matters.
Really?
There well, I mean, I don't know. Birds are important too. Crows, starlings, who knows? They can
Well,
all
they
be
all have
important.
different symbology.
Yeah.
I tell you. See,
They
I didn't
do.
see this before. I didn't see this little X marks the spot thing that Story Walker Fred was doing here.
Yes, Story Walker Fred has made an X, and I obviously that's why Julie made an X, right?
Yeah. See, that was
Because
the thing that almost reminded me of the Gollywog right there, and I was like, "Oh, come on, just come on, come on, showrunners."
I don't. Yeah,
I know
I
it's
don't
like a
know if that's what they
troll, but
intended or
still,
not.
even as a troll, I'm like, "Come on, showrunners, you can do better."
Yeah, I don't know if that's what they intended or not,
I
but
hope.
you can
Is
see.
that a
Yeah,
crow? Is that a crow at the top,
yeah, there it does look like it could be a crow. It's
or is
black,
it a
black.
plane?
No, it's a bird. I think it looks like a bird to
Okay.
me. Yeah, it definitely looks like a bird to me. But the point is they do have this symbol, and that's where she got it from. Fletcher, I know, said this before. It says, I think it's actually a broken infinity symbol, not an X.
Hmm.
I don't know. That's an
Huh.
interesting thought, but I don't know that I don't. Yeah, I don't know.
I thought it was more like X marks the spot.
Yeah, to me, it looks
So,
more like X with like calligraphy on it. It could be a starling on the bird. Whoops, where'd it go? On the bird because of the rainbow colors. It could be, but I don't
hmm.
know. I don't know a lot about. Well, I don't know tons about birds anyway. But I was gonna say the only birds I really know much about are birds that are local to where I am because I used to take pictures of them. But other than that, that's about it. Um, let me see. I don't know that I can. It's kind of hard to look at pictures while I'm doing this that are in Discord, but I will try to check them out later. West of Westeros. It's hard. I have a hard enough time doing too many things at once already. I'm like trying, like I don't know what room it was in, or if he messaged it to me, and I'm like it's hard to see. Oh wait, there. Let me see. Oh, the book. Yeah, I think it. It has to do with the Gulagog. We'll have to read that later.
That was a really good still you got, Jamie.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think he put the text on it. I can already read it anyway without that.
Can you read
Gulagog
it?
Gulagog got up and bounded to the door, throwing it open in welcome for his distant cousin. Finally, Storywalker Fred, you've arrived at last. He stepped aside and let Fred enter. Storywalker Fred was an elevator repairman who spent his weekends story walking as he pleased through wondrous tales and greatest adventures of our something, his fingers in the way. Before they sat down to lunch, they took a stroll in the garden. The Grand Gulagog asked Fred about story walking. How do you choose the point in a story you want to see? I'm assuming he says you want to see, you wish to see. He replied, you have to create a bookmark, something that by leaving a bookmark somewhere you could choose. He could choose whatever chapter he wished. And I think she says it's to visit. The Gulagog wondered aloud, how does something that it could help in their next something go with him? Of course, take a piece of blank paper. Oh, it does tell her to do that. Okay, see, I thought she made up about the paper. Take a piece of blank paper. He folded the paper, then you draw the mark and take. See, I honestly thought that the thing she did with the paper was the way she made the bookmark. I didn't understand that's the way it was in the book because I didn't actually read the whole thing he said. But yeah, whoops.
Well, she did say she got it from the book.
Yeah, I know, but I thought like it said what I thought and understood is that it said in the book it said you have to leave a bookmark, but I thought like she came up with the way to make the bookmark, but apparently not because it says that there. Yeah. Thanks, Papa Socks. And I did. I didn't realize that he put the text on it. It probably would have been easier if I read his text. So thanks for West of Westeros. Sorry about that. Yeah. Well, it doesn't tell. That's pretty much what I read. But thank you. I appreciate that. So yeah.
What does it say under the picture?
Oh, under the picture, it says, I can tell you that because I can see that. Whoops, I lost my picture. Hold on. Fred replied, you have to create a bookmark.
How come we haven't heard of the Storywalker Fred?
Like I know. I want to like get this book, right? And find out all the clues in it. I don't think
when Ethan was talking about story walking, he never brought up Storywalker Fred.
He never did. I'm trying to see what that toolbox says. It looks like it says roots or something. I don't know.
I like that he's the elevator repairman.
Yeah, I know. That's like such a weird thing to be, right?
I don't know.
I mean, I don't know.
Goes down to 4, goes up to 7. You know what I mean?
No, oh yeah, that's true. I just think it's a weird thing to pick with this. Let's see.
And yet it feels like it's a spiritual metaphor.
It could be. It could be, Scarlett. B said there's a Southern Gothic novel called The Circle of Secrets. It's all about a girl who discovers a bottle tree that grants wishes. You write your wish on a paper and put the in a bottle on the tree. That's interesting. I have not heard of that. But as I said, I have seen bottle trees.
Yes.
With us when we go. Thank you, Papa Socks. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm doing the best.
They're also used as protective things to keep away haints and stuff.
Yeah. I just know I didn't know that though. That makes sense, but I didn't know that. I just know, like I said, I seen one, but it made me laugh when I seen it, and I keep forgetting to take a damn picture, and then I can show. Well, I don't have to blur things out because I probably shouldn't show somebody's like front yard on live stream. They might not appreciate it, but I could at least maybe get a picture of the bottle tree. Papa Sock said, seemed to me if Julie read these stories to Ethan, she would remember more than she does, just like Jim North knew there were 2 Crom Knuckles. That's a good point, Papa Socks. Oh, you know what, though? That I love when I read something that has absolutely nothing to do with it, but it gives me an idea. I just thought about what he said. What if there's 2 starlings? And, like, this is only, like, one of 2. And, like, it's, I don't know. I don't know that even matters or what that means.
What starlings, though?
No, I'm just saying, like, it just, when I was reading that, I'm thinking, what if there's actually 2 starlings? Like, because he's saying there's 2 Chromonockles in the book. And I'm just saying, like, what if this is like one of 2? I don't know what that says, even if that's the case, but I don't know. It just, I thought of it while I was reading it. So there you go. There's my new theory that I don't know what it means, but maybe there's 2 starlings.
2 bracelets, 2 rings, etc. I guess.
That's true. Well, they're different versions of the same thing. kind of. And yeah, B, I should have said that before. Happy Mother's Day.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say that at the end, but I'll say it now.
Okay. Well, it'll be Monday by then.
Uh-oh. Enjoy the last 30 minutes, moms.
Yeah, well, 29
At least on the East Coast.
Yeah, we still got 20 minutes here.
The West Coast, you got like a lot of time.
Yeah, that's true too. All right. So anyway, the point of that was that I didn't know is yes, it told her how to make the bookmark. That's really interesting that it didn't work and that it told her that. I really just
I didn't know where the symbol was coming from. I thought, oh, she's just doing the old X marks the spot. But I didn't know it was actually in the book until I paused it.
Yeah. I didn't know it either until I saw it. Well, actually, I take that back. I knew it when I saw they posted this on the official Instagram, I think it was. I saw the picture and then I knew, but I didn't notice it when I first watched it. But I just do think that's really interesting that it didn't work. My idea was that, Storywalker Fred said, I can create a bookmark to go where I want. And that Julie took that literally and made a bookmark. I didn't know that it actually said that. So that's I think a key piece of information I had.
Yeah, there's a little timey-wimey magic with that too.
Yeah. Well, it didn't work. So right now it doesn't really matter because it didn't work yet. Yeah. I don't know if that was in response to what I just said, Petty, but yeah, it didn't work yet is actually more accurate.
It does look like two broken infinity symbols though. That's kind of interesting.
Kind of. I see it. Like you guys saying that I see it. I just didn't originally see it, but I kind of see it. I get it. Hi, Jen. Welcome. Happy Mother's Day to Fatima and to Donna, but not Tabby, huh? Guys are funny. I like Fletcher so asking, will young Victor find Julie's bookmark because she dropped it? I think that would be a really cool tie-in if they did that. I think that could be really cool. All right. So anyway, they're trying to figure out what they're supposed to do is the idea. And then whenever Tabitha comes in, they hide the books. They make themselves look.
I had to say something before Tabby enters the bus. It looks like and the where I paused it on my television, it looks like Randall's doing the devil's symbol, the horn symbol over the book when he's reading it.
Doing that. Let me go back to him reading. Well, not the one I got. He doesn't. I don't know about that.
No, it's like when he says, here we are, if people want to reference it and want to look it up.
Okay, we'll have to go back. That I did not see. Sorry, I did not see that.
About 14 minutes in, but he has his hand like in a double horn shape with his pinky finger on part of the book and his like index finger on the books. I'm just saying.
Do you think it means anything though, or do you think it's? I kind of figure it's probably just the way he's holding the book, but I guess you never know, right? With this show,
the evil handle. I'm just saying.
Is that a CD player? I just noticed there's a CD player in the front of the bus. Not that
probably it's a bus. It probably has a CD player. It's all like that.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I just happened to see it. I'm like, oh, there's a CD player. Okay, so Tabitha comes in. They hide the books. I have to say, if she was going to think that they were doing something naughty, not that they were, and we don't want that, but like they made themselves look so guilty because Julie's like, here, take the book, and gives it to him. So I'm not sure that was the best plan of action.
Maybe that's why Tabitha thought she had the mom here, because maybe she thought that Randall's trying to make out with her.
I don't know. Maybe it was weird the way that they did that, but I think it was more for to be funny that they did. But they're hiding it, just like Ethan's hiding the radio, right?
But I thought that was weird that she talked to Randall, but now it kind of makes sense that they looked guilty because maybe she thought that when she came on the bus.
Yeah, she might have thought that. That's a good point. But I think that Julie probably just doesn't think her mom will understand at any rate. But yeah, I do like the quote though where Julie says it's not like that, and then as Petty says, Randall says it's really not. Like he doesn't doesn't even think it. And I do think I believe it was I think it was Kimberly who said earlier in the chat, like maybe that's just kind of a funny reference to what everybody's been saying. Well, not everybody, but some people have said, like, no, not going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fletcher, that's the point. Everybody has to remember, regardless of the actress's age, that Julie is a kid and
She's a
Randall is an adult.
teenager.
Yeah, well, yes, you're right. She's a teenager, but she's still underage, and he's
She's
over that.
underage. She's an underage teenager.
Yes. Either way, no shenanigans between them two. She's too young right now.
Yes.
Well, she's going to be too young, period. I shouldn't say she's too young right now. She's underage right now. She's still going to be younger. But yes, I do think it could have been telling us to quit shipping people. Everybody, there's a lot of ships in here, although I mostly hear
Never
Jade.
stop shipping Donna and Henry.
You always say Donna and Henry. I know. You think that. Am I going to have one of the showrunners on? I am trying, Fletcher. That's all I can say. I am trying to get people. It just all depends how it works out. But if we get anything and we're having anybody, I will let everybody know. But don't forget, we do have Liz Saunders, who plays Donna, coming on June 3rd at 7 p.m. Eastern. So we at least got that, which is awesome. Like I said earlier, she's one of my favorite characters. So I'm excited about that. But yeah, she'll be here then. And also, of course, we had Samantha Brown and Nathan D. Simmons on. If anybody missed that, you can still find it on our live tab and video tab. I like where to go? Catastrophes. There's too much shit going on for ships. I agree with you. There's a lot of shit going down. We don't need that, right? We don't need that. All right. So anyway,
some people just need to escape for a little bit. Maybe an hour or so.
That's true. Hey, look, I have no problem. If people want to write fanfic, that's fine, but I don't, we don't need it on the show. I mean, I don't know. I'm sure, like I said, I'm sure there are people getting up to stuff other than in Colony House, but I don't know that I necessarily need.
Well, we got Fatima and Ellis. We got Mari and Christy. We got some people that are hooked up.
That's true. We do have Mari and Christy. And we see that. Look, I still think that Christy and Kenny maybe made a better couple, but like, okay, it's not like I cared enough about the ship that it wasn't really a ship. Like, I was like, okay, it wasn't what I thought they were. I thought they were going, and that's about all I could say. I didn't really think too much of it. Other than, poor Kenny. We're always like, poor Kenny, though. Kenny needs to get some right now. I'm kidding. When are we going to visit the set? Well, Dieter, if I get invited to go to the set, I would find a way to get there. That's all I got to say. Scarlett probably would too.
Oh, yeah. We'll do a field trip.
Yeah, do a field trip. I would like to go down, though, and see the locations. I know Jen is talking about doing that. That would be a lot.
Isn't it up for both of us?
Well, that I don't know about. But we'll see. It would be cool at any rate.
North, not up.
Wait, what? Sorry, what?
Isn't the set up north?
Yeah, it's.
Or do they film in LA?
No. It's in Canada. It's not.
Okay, so it's up north then, for both of us.
Yes, yeah. It's still, it's near Nova Scotia, I think. Yeah. It's still pretty far, but you can go, like, the town's really there. I don't know how. I don't think you can go in the town, but people have taken pictures kind of near it. There's a guard there 24/7. Well, somebody's tried to get. No, I'm kidding. I don't know if that means you've tried to get in or not. Look, all I can say is, one, I need to get a passport. That would be the biggest thing, because I don't have a passport right now. I need to renew mine.
Yeah, passport would be good.
Passport would be good. But hey, you never know. It would be cool to go up, even just to visit and take pictures would be fun. So who knows? All right. So Fletcher is saying, pay attention to Julie's shirt. It has ships on it. I know earlier you sent me a picture. Fletcher sent me a picture of the ships. It does have a ships on it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the Poe book too that Christy and Kenny were exchanging too. The narrative of Arthur Gordon Pym of the narrative of Arthur Gordon Pym of Nantucket has whaling in it as well, and the shirt looks like it has whaling in it. Whaling ships.
Cool. Yeah, I don't know. I see ships. That's about all I can make out is ships. But that's cool. I don't remember. I remember them mentioning that book, but I don't remember a lot beyond that. That's really cool, Kaiser. I would love just to go to Hawaii, even if it's not on the set. I would like to go to Hawaii. I know Karen and AJ went to a lot of the locations one year when they had a convention, not a convention thing. It was like a meetup thing they had down there, but I'm poor. I couldn't afford Hawaii, so I didn't get to go with them. Otherwise, I probably would have, but I cannot afford it. Let's see. Maze is making a point. Both her kids think she doesn't think she believes in them. She's adjusting. I yeah. I get that Julie isn't telling her mother, right? Like I totally get that.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, thank you, May. I think May it looks at least I think that symbol means that Maze is a member now. Thank you. I don't know why it doesn't give me notifications. I think it's because I'm on StreamYard, maybe. I don't always see things pop up on YouTube. I don't know. Or maybe you had won one. I honestly don't remember, but thank you either way. I'm glad that you're a member. Okay, I totally lost track of what I was saying now. I'm sorry. I feel like I'm spastic today. Sometimes I swear when I'm tired, like I talk faster and I get like more hyper even though I'm getting more tired.
Mm.
If that makes any sense.
Well, Tabby's about to put Randall straight on what she thinks his plans are, with Julie as a
Yes.
mom.
Yeah. The only other thing that's in that scene is she says that she's going with Nathan. What the hell is it, Nathan? With
Nathan, it's like Nathan and Ethan.
I think that's what I did. Is going with Ethan to the settlement, and she wants Julie to go. And Julie's like, "I'm fine here. I'm not alone. I'm with." And then she's like, "I'm with Randall." Yeah, that sounded great. But she's like, "Oh, I'll stay." I think that's when they said it's not like that. And said that they'll she'll stay at the clinic. Wow, that would be awesome, West of Westeros. I appreciate that. West of Westeros says he's going to give away memberships to the channel next week. So thank you. That would be very awesome. I need to start putting more member content out. That's what I need to do. Okay. I have been releasing some of the videos earlier though to people, so that's always a thing. Okay, sorry, I got lost again. So yeah, Tabitha is setting them straight. You're right. I like this though because he just comes over and he's like all not I don't want to say like sad because I don't mean he's sad, but he's just like I'm so sorry with everything that happened and like thinks she's gonna yell at him, and she's just like has no intention of yelling at him, and she just says that Julie feels safe around you, and that's
Don't mess
important
it
right
up.
now. Sorry, what?
Don't mess it up, or I'll come at you.
Yeah. So that's a good question. What do you think she'd do to him? Probably he doesn't want to know.
I was gonna say, oh my god, him to death, but
maybe she definitely annoy him to death. That's for sure. No.
Stick
Yeah.
Jade on him.
Yeah. I do think it's interesting though, the kind of turnaround that it's made, and also the difference between Jim and her, because Jim's like yelling at him and Tabby's like, oh, it's okay. She feels safe around you. Look, her daughter is old enough. She should be able to trust her. I mean, I think it's more about, can they trust him? They don't know him, but hopefully they know him a little bit better now.
She wants to protect her daughter, and she's mothering on this Mother's Day. I appreciate it that she's doing this.
I do appreciate
both her
it.
kids. She's mothering both her kids.
Yes, she is. And I have to say, going back a second, she did actually do something smart in this episode that I have to point out, is she did say that she was going with Ethan to the settlement because whether she believed him or not, he would go himself, right?
Yeah.
So that was like, I'm thinking one of the best parenting things she's done, going with him to make sure he doesn't run away. We don't need another Carl in here. Yes, it's true, B. They can. I don't know. I was going to say, I was trying to think, was I eating sugar or something? I don't think I was. I just feel like it, I guess. This time next week. All right, West of Westeros. Thank you. That would be awesome. He said that he's going to give them away this time next week during the live. I'll also remind you guys in Discord too. We'll post it so everybody remembers to show up and try to win. We have a random spinning thing that's in StreamYard. It picks somebody, so it's all random, and you just have to put your hashtag in the chat. And of course, tomorrow we will be giving away the cameo with Avery, so make sure you guys tune in for that as well. All righty. I lost what I was. Okay, so yeah, she's being a better mother, I guess, in this episode was the point of that conversation. I don't know though. maybe I'm just paranoid because did want to ask you this. Like,
But
I feel like if I was in this town, like for real, and I was with my family, like Boyd even makes a comment when they first come to town. At least I think it was the comment to them, something like at least their families with them. I
Mhm.
feel like if it was me, I don't know, I wouldn't want to leave my family. Like I'd want to stay with my family because you never know in this town what's going to happen at
Mhm.
night, especially after they just lost their father. Do you feel like that?
Yeah.
Like if there were people there you cared about, would you hang around them too much and drive them? Because I feel like I'd be like, I'm not leaving you.
I mean, Tabby's kind of like a special case because she did get out of Fromville and she might be able to do it again. And
Mhm.
like you said, Ethan's going to go there anyway, so maybe this is just a special case of her trying to make sure her teenage daughter is safe, but also trying to do what she can to further getting out of there. So
Yeah. No, I
do it
get
best
that.
as she can.
I guess I'm just if I was Julie, I wouldn't be like, I'm staying alone. But Julie's also a teenager and she's like, I don't
She's
want to
really
go.
headstrong. She's really
Yeah.
headstrong.
Like, I don't want to go with you. Like, I get it, but I don't know. I'm just saying, if it was me, I would be like, I'm not leaving my family at night. That's just personally the way I would be.
Well, if she
But
doesn't leave him, then Julie can't do the story walking thing.
that's true. That's true.
So we
That
got
is
to
very
have her doing that.
no. That's a good point. Yeah, story wise, I'm just saying for real, I'd probably be like,
Yeah.
no.
Or
Um,
real life. I
I'm
would.
like, a mom really dad just died. You're not wrong. Randall is her potential stepdad. Oh no. No, I don't know that this person necessarily thinks is meaning it in a ship. I'm just joking around.
I mean, if
Um,
I was in Trumville, I'd probably be dead already because I'd be trying to get stuff out of the bottle tree or going through a faraway tree or something.
yeah, I feel I said before, I don't think I would survive, but I don't know. I'm not even sure why. I just don't think that I would do good. I know if I was in a zombie apocalypse, I'd be the one that would be eaten because I'd probably trip over something and like fall and be left behind. Probably
Yeah.
could happen here too. I'm running away from a monster and then I trip and fall and everybody leaves me there. I could see it. All right. Oh, I like this. Maze says, I think there's something to burying things in this place. Victor's pictures, man in yellow suitcase, roots of a tree. Julie needs to bury that bookmark or hang it in a tree.
Hmm.
Well, that being said, Fletcher made a point to me, I think it was yesterday. Well, I guess now it was 2 days ago, that I think was I hadn't really thought about that I think was smart too. Like Boyd had that date in his pocket, right? So maybe
Hmm.
she just needs to write down the date. Because I noticed too when she says about where she's going, she says that she thinks she can control where she's going. I noticed she said where instead of when. And I was thinking maybe that's the issue. She's trying to go to a place instead of a time. I don't know.
See, that reminds me of the movie Centronic, where the guy's trying. A little spoilers in Centronic. You can fast forward like 30 seconds. Plug your ears. When
Yeah.
the guy's in his apartment and he's trying different areas of the apartment, take him to different places. That's
Mhm.
what we're talking of.
Yeah. Yeah. He
Like
shows
the
up.
couch would take him to one place, and on the floor would take him to another place.
Yeah. I think that could be interesting if they
Everybody
did.
watch Centronic. It's a great movie.
Yeah, I agree. But other than the dog thing, it's a good movie
You're,
other than the dog thing.
I was gonna ask,
Um,
but I knew you would.
sorry, I just am always like, except for that.
He survived. He was being taken care of some kind white people in the South.
Okay, all right, fair enough. But yeah, I think that would be
Not
interesting
really.
if she. I think it would be
They're
interesting.
racist.
I think it would be interesting if she could go different places by moving locations. But considering she showed up different times in different places,
Mhm.
not moving locations, I don't think that's the key. Um, let's see. Someone tell Julie to write 1506 in a note and stop the ritual. That would be a
See,
smart thing.
I don't even know if that's when it happens because on Jade's timeline, it seems like it almost happens in the 1800s because that's where he put that Tabitha was a kid in like the village.
Hmm.
So now I'm all confused because I thought it
I'd,
would.
I'd have to look at his timeline. I mean, look, there is a 1506 on the lighthouse. That's
Well,
that's
yes,
all I can say about that.
true.
And how would you go to a specific day or in that year? I don't
Then
know either. That's a good question too. Maybe you need more than just a year. Maybe you need a like actual day. I had theorized Boyd would sacrifice himself by going to 1506 and preventing the ritual and be stuck in 1596 and get a boat from the OG colony and leave. Someone said it already made that in the movie. Probably was.
Then the last scene is when they get out, but there's a portrait painted somewhere, and it's a Boyd Stevens, but it was Boyd Stevens in like the 1600s.
Yeah, it could be a different version of the 1600s.
Time.
I like this. I was Julie wearing a shirt from 1978. I don't, oh, but you mean like maybe that's why she traveled there? I'm assuming you're meaning. I hadn't thought about that.
Because it does have that butterfly collar from the 70s. Yeah, maybe.
I was trying to think of a better picture. It could be.
What if it's from somebody that was massacred, and it's theirs, and she traveled back there because one of those literal red shirts was wearing this shirt?
Yeah, that's kind of not a good thought, but yeah,
well,
I don't know.
Trying to figure out why she went there, but maybe that having objects from people does take you there. Maybe you're wearing that shirt. Maybe she'll find out that shirt is somebody's, that was tied to 1978.
That's true, but did she? Okay, I guess she only went one place in this episode, huh? So yeah, I guess it was only once with that shirt because she had on a different shirt before. That's a good thought. My question is, if that's the case, hi, Alyssa Ann, welcome. But if that's the case, I have to ask you though, then how do you think Boyd got where he got, or is maybe that like torch from that long ago? I guess maybe.
Yeah, I think his timey-wiminess needs to do with the sheet of paper he got out of the bottle tree and the torch. And then there's that burnt stick by the suit too, so maybe the man in yellow also uses a torch. But those rules haven't really been unfolded, yet. We haven't really discussed any of that. We can just make assumptions.
Yeah, I just wish that we knew, like, one way or another if what he did was story walking. Like, that's something I would like to know, because we don't. Okay, wait. Fletcher said the show has focused on Julie wearing different stuff from different people. With Fandom on season 1 when she wears that shirt, with Elgin in the basement, now this new shirt. That is definitely interesting.
The Armani shirt from Charlie, the crossdresser,
yeah. Catastrophe said that it looked like somebody had a shirt on similar. It's hard to tell. Yeah, I don't know. I like the idea that maybe she's wearing it, but I really don't know. And West of Westeros, because that's from the trailer and stuff, I think we should wait on that because not everybody has seen. I think most people have seen the original trailer from the beginning of the season, but I also can't really comment a whole lot on that anyway because it hasn't happened yet. So
because then it makes me wonder what Julie had on her body that took her to the RV scene the other time she story walked. If she had anything specific from her dad on her or anything like that.
Yeah, you're making me wonder what she was wearing though, and I'm thinking I somewhere have the pictures from that episode. I can at least look at what she was wearing. That was what, 310?
That was 9. It was 9 from season 2.
Oh, the you mean where she went back to the okay. I thought you're right, with her dad was there. I thought you meant when her dad got his throat sliced because I have that one and she has on like a jean jacket, so it doesn't really tell you anything because it doesn't look specific to
it's not Jim's.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. I mean, it would have to be a lot bigger to be Jim's. It looks like it fits her, so I kind of doubt it. Okay, so Ellis is going on the food run. Fatima tells him
doing something. Yay!
yeah, he's doing something here finally, but yeah, he's like worried and gonna stay behind, and she tells him to go. It's kind of the whole. There's Roger there. Hey, we see the red shirt more.
Hey, Roger.
There is a lot of extra.
Roger makes us laugh. Roger's good with a rope.
Yeah, he's good. He's good with the rope. You're funny. Yeah. She does tell Kenny to look out for Fatima while they're going. And then
that's another thing too. It's like when you say about Tavi going away, like leaving Julie there, but then also Ellis and Fatima are splitting apart too, which seems weird. Why wouldn't he stay to support her?
Yeah, that's more Yeah, I didn't mean necessarily the fact that Tabitha was willing to leave Julie. I more meant like that Julie wanted to stay behind, I guess was what I was saying. But
Mhm.
yeah, I agree with you. If I was Ellis, I also would not leave Fatima, but she told him to go. And I guess they do have to take turns doing things. I just
Mhm.
feel like if I was one of them, I'd be like, you can go to the settlement, but I'm going with you. Because I just feel like they never know if they're going to see each other another day, you know? I don't know. Like I said, I'm paranoid. I feel like I'd be worried all the time, so I don't know.
Plus,
Um,
Fatima has to make that secret golem while like
yeah,
Alice is away.
yeah, she does have to make the golem. Jen Hack says, I wonder if Julie talks to Boyd about story walking. Can he gives her the ring and tries to get her to contact Abby? That would be interesting. All right. I am going to try to get through more of this, and we're gonna hold some of the comments that are farther in the episode because we're getting like really off
All right.
here, which is fine. I in case I don't want to go too late if I
Yeah, in
start.
case you don't feel good.
I don't want to be like halfway through the episode and be like, I gotta go. So yeah,
Yeah. Mhm.
so I will mark what you guys say and we'll get to them at the end as long as I'm still feeling okay. All right. So Tabitha and I was gonna say Simon. Ethan, that's a real name, Simon. Ethan
Yeah.
are gonna go with them. Like we kind of already said that, and Donna's fine with that. So they're gonna go.
Mhm.
And then
And Donna's leaving Kenny in charge.
yeah, she's leaving Kenny in charge. You're right. She's leaving Kenny in charge. I'll be story walker and vanish midstream. No, I'll let you guys know if I do. You'll know I'm vanishing before I do. I won't blip out. Don't worry.
To put an X on a bookmark and hold it up to the camera and then just go.
Yeah, yeah. I'll have to make one and hold it up. That's a good thing. No, I think I'm doing okay. I just don't know that I want to go to like 3 or 4 a.m. That's all. But I'm doing okay. Otherwise, I'm feeling
Nor
better
do
now.
I.
Yes, I know you don't either. That's why I'm like, I get sometimes we get stuck on the chat a little too much. Well, that's
Yeah.
my fault, not yours, but I'm just saying. Okay, so anyway, Fatima sneaks up to the
Redhead's
room.
going too. Patty, our favorite
Yes,
red.
Patty's going too. Yeah, you're right. So Elgin has brought more dirt and a hose
Oh yeah.
up there to make mud. Thanks, Catastrophe. I appreciate it. So yeah, I don't know. Now that when I'm watching this scene, now all I'm thinking is the conversations we had in Discord about the floor gonna cave in.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't think it was a good plan because of all the water. It's an old house.
Yeah. I don't know
The
that
golem's just gonna crash. The golem Tilly is just gonna crash through the floor.
I do think that putting that many pounds of mud and water on the top floor was probably a bad idea. I'll be honest. I think it was not a good idea.
There's nowhere out back she could have done this.
I know, right? She said she's not hiding it from anybody, right?
Yeah.
I don't think it was practical either, Kimberly, but I think that they just don't want you to think about that. I feel like that's just a nitpick, and it's probably
they're more like, we have the stage set and we're going to use it for this.
yeah, that's true. But look, I don't think we all go a lot deeper into this show than probably even the writers expected. They're probably like, dude, we're just using the room.
The writers are like, oh, that's a good idea. Well, that was cool, but that's not what we really, we're thinking about when we wrote it.
Yeah, we're not thinking about Colony House caving in. But no, I do think it was impractical. I agree with that. That it kind of was. And thank you, Wester Westeros. I appreciate it. All right. So, I didn't notice these clotheslines before. I know that's all they are is clotheslines, but they kind of look like, I don't know, like symbols or something. I don't know. I just see it and I'm like, it's interesting.
I'll go back and see what they look like here.
They're just clothing lines. I know I've seen them before, and I remember thinking that it was kind of like almost looked like a like one of the symbols or whatever on Houseman. It's just the way they're built. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate all the hugs. I am feeling better than I felt earlier today. I just am tired. It's been a long week. I've been having a lot more migraine issues. I think when my allergies are bad, they get worse. My sinuses get bothering me, and then my headaches get worse.
Where are the Where are they?
If you're live, you should see it. Are you not quite live? Maybe.
No. Are you talking about the things with the triangles in them? Is that what you're talking about? left
Yeah,
side.
the
Okay.
clothesline.
I was looking
Yeah.
for some kind of clothesline to the right, and I couldn't. I was like,
No,
what?
no. The big clotheslines that are out in the yard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, I don't know. It just stood out to me. It's just because they're
Yeah.
different, I guess. All right. So Victor is upset because he has not been measuring the tree movement. Oops, I totally lost where I was in my recap. I was trying to find it. He's measuring that if the trees have moved. And his father kind of humors him because he knows he's upset and he's trying to get him to talk about what happened with the man in yellow. Did he hurt him? That kind of thing. I don't think Henry believes that the trees have moved. In any other show, I'd say, I don't think the trees have moved, but in this show, I don't know that the trees haven't moved. They might have moved. Yeah. So I don't know what to say about that. But also Victor is very imprecise with his measurements. And I know somebody during the watch party last night too said maybe it seems like they moved because his feet got bigger because he grew, which is also a good point.
Yeah. That's true. Like when he was younger, he'd be like, "Oh, the trees have moved."
Yeah, I don't know. But
year after year, they keep moving.
They do. But I would think though after a certain point he would quit growing, so maybe not. At that point they would quit. But either way, his dad helps.
Well, if his steps are precise, that could throw it off too.
Yeah. I think it would be kind of hard to be super precise with it though. And so he needs like a ruler or something, right? All right. Yes, guys, please like and subscribe. That is very true that, there's more people. Where'd it go? Doesn't always update. There's more people watching live than people who have given a like to the video. So you're not all clicking it. Got to click it or you're going to go in the box. Neo says, I'm glad we got back to the tree measuring. I was wondering why Victor stopped. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's important or not. I guess we'll find out. But it is nice that they're kind of bringing it back, and they do talk a lot about the place changing. Boy in White's older, the seasons change. I like that they're able to kind of fit all that in there, and that it could be something different. It's changing. There, Kenny sees the water. And he's like,
I was gonna say, Boyd is changing. Fatima has changed or is changing.
Yeah, a lot of change in the town, but that could be a good thing. Look, I don't think that it's going to be the same cycle. If it's the same cycle, what's the point of the show, right? It's got to be a different.
It would just be a really morbid ending if like everybody just got massacred and Ethan was the last one left or something, as people theorize. I mean, like, it'd be so depressing.
I don't think it would. Look, I understand like giving a movie a quote unquote bad ending, like not necessarily bad, like it can be good, but it can be like a not happy ending.
Not so happy ending.
Right, exactly. But like that's that's a movie. I think that when people invest 5 years in a TV show, they would be very pissed if they did that. I would be very pissed if they did that, right? We don't want that to happen. So yeah, Kenny is asking.
Yeah, Kenny knows that Fatima's damaging the house.
Yeah, he's like, I live here now. I don't live in town anymore. You can't damage the house.
Something smells damp. It's this.
Yeah, I don't know. In my opinion, even if she was on the ground floor, putting that much mud on a wooden floor is probably not the best, smartest idea anyway.
I'm just saying, there's outbuildings in Colony House. There's sheds and things.
There is. So
there's a barn that probably everybody just wants to probably burn to the ground because there's always been a bunch of dead people in it. Use that.
Yeah, there's lots of other places. But she doesn't really tell him anything. But he does go and get Boyd to go with them and see what's going on. And this is when Boyd's looking at his wedding ring and reading his letter from his wife. I did take a picture so we can read it. Hey, Mr. Fish and Loaves, can you just pick up some bread, eggs, milk, and peanut butter on your way home tonight? I'll see you when I get home. I hope your day is beautiful. Don't forget Ellis is out tonight. XOXOXO Abby. Well, that tells absolutely nothing.
I like the fact that they have this note that really doesn't say anything from her, but maybe it'll be useful later because it
maybe
is from.
got a
So is
grocery.
that his wedding band or her wedding band? Because he wears a wedding band and her wedding band was smaller. So I'm confused.
I'm assuming, and I don't know, but I'm assuming that it's supposed to be her wedding band because I'm pretty sure his is still on his finger. But I still think it looks like a male wedding band. I've said that enough, and I know
it's kind of prop department shenanigans. Then they need to make it big enough so you can have an infinity symbol on it. Because when like Abby in the first season, she has a wedding band, but it's a lot smaller.
Yeah,
it's thinner.
And it's look, you do have to make it able to be have it carved, have it engraved in there.
Yeah.
So I can buy that. But yeah, see, his wedding band's on his finger, so it's definitely not his. But yeah, there's the infinity symbol.
Somebody we don't know about.
Yeah. I have to though wonder, like, I don't know, the infinity symbol can, I mean, I guess it means infinity. I was gonna say it can mean a lot, but I mean, do you think there's like some, I don't know, meaning to it, like specific to the show other than like they loved each other for infinity or whatever? Do you think there's like anything that we should be taking from this?
It could be used later as some kind of traveling thing, like immortality because of that, the infinity symbol. Or she liked the number 8.
Yeah, the number 8. It's a number 8. Yeah. I remember having a conversation. I think it was when we did the breakdown on the original trailer about Mobius strip. Could it be that instead? Which is also an interesting thought.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah, it could definitely be something that pops up later as opposed to.
Yeah, I guess he has that Polaroid of his like house or whatever in that box too.
Probably, yeah. Well, I don't know.
I saw the corner of it, and that's the only Polaroid I think would have any meaning to him would be in there.
Oh, yeah, it does look like there's a Polaroid. I don't know. I thought that might have been in the bag that that was like the torture bag for Elgin. I mean, that's the Polaroid you mean, right? Because that wasn't his Polaroid. That was like the town made the Polaroid. So I don't know that he would necessarily want to keep that.
What other Polaroid would he have in that box then?
Well, he could have had one of his wife or something.
So his wife took a Polaroid of the grocery list?
No, well, no, not of the grocery list. I just mean, I don't know. I mean, I feel like if I found a picture of something that had to do with my past that was taken by the town and wasn't really my picture, I think I would get rid of it. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but the ring that he has is really thinner too. It's thinner than this one.
It is so weird. Well, let me ask you a question though. That being said, Harold's married, right? Isn't he?
Yes.
I thought so. Well, I don't know. I don't always follow their real life.
I think so.
I think so.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay. Well, what I was going to say to you is it's probably his wedding ring, like the actor's wedding ring, because a lot of people don't want to take it off. I know I remember reading in story in Doctor Who that Peter Capaldi, that the doctor ring that he has, it's actually his wedding ring, and they like change it or like I can't remember exactly what they did, but they put something over it or whatever, but like it's really his own ring that he didn't want to take off. So they like changed it to make it look like it was for that. So my guess is he's probably just wearing his own ring.
Yeah, probably.
You know, I thought that I didn't used to deep dive things, but I'm remembering having a very odd conversation about, and I'm trying to remember, there's something in one X-File episode where Mulder's wearing a ring, and I think it was like this big thing, and I can't even remember. It's been too long, but I'm thinking of that now. Okay, anyway. That kind of looks like glasses. I don't think it is, but that's what it looks like to me.
Yeah, it looked like he had a frame of a glass or something in there. I don't know what that is exactly.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Any guesses how many times Elgin had to fill that cooler to gather that much dirt? Because that's a lot of dirt, not a very big cooler.
Yeah. People work fast though. Think about Tabby, that hole, and how fast that was dug.
Yeah, it was a fast hole, isn't it?
Fast hole.
Yeah, fast.
Dirty.
Oh, okay. Now we're getting silly. All right, so he looks at the ring. That's the point of this.
Now.
Yeah, and then here's where I do like this. You said this was your favorite scene, right? This
is it's my favorite line.
Favorite line, yeah. When where do I have? Crap, I don't have it written in here. I thought I wrote down the line, but yeah, anyway, Kenny comes in and he's like, Boyd, is Kenny there? Kenny really there? Or something like that. I don't remember exactly what he says.
Yeah,
But.
find my notes. I actually wrote it down in my notes, but I can't find them right now.
I thought I had it. You know what it is? I probably had it in my original notes. I take
It says
my
something along the lines, is Kenny in the room for real?
okay, is Kenny in the room for real?
Boyd!
Yeah, Boyd is in the room.
That's what's Boyd.
And he's like, the part that I thought was more funny is then he's like, okay, never mind. Like, it's not important that Kenny's here if it's real. Only if it's part of what I'm tripping. But yeah, the reason why I probably don't have it is I write way too many notes and then I like condense them into what I post for my recap, and I keep the recap up because it's shorter and easier to read. So I probably had it and took it out at some point. I see a license plate. I'm looking at the stuff in the background. You can't read any of the things on the wall, unfortunately. That looks like a map of trees, though. I don't know. Interesting. And a license plate. I wonder why they kept the license plate. Can't read it either, other than it says 427 at the end. Okay, so Kenny, yeah, he tells Boyd to come down and see what's going on with Fatima, and he takes Jade with him, so he's not alone while he's tripping. And then we switch to the scene in the church. So the first thing I thought when I saw this was it reminds me a lot of like kind of a parallel scene to the first episode when Elgin is sitting in the kitchen and Fatima comes in and he's like, I'll go. And she tells him, you can stay. And then they kind of talk and it seems like she's maybe willing to forgive him. And I don't know, this definitely right away stood out to me as the same kind of thing because it's Sarah sitting there and she's like, I can get out. And he's like, no, you can stay. And then they end up talking and, helping each other, same as he's helping Fatima. So I don't know. That was what I thought of when I saw it. But yeah, the point of the scene is she asks him if he still sees the woman in the kimono, which he says he doesn't. And she asks if he thinks she doesn't see him anymore because he did what she asked, so she leaves him alone. And that she thought for a while the voices were leaving her alone and were done with her, but they aren't. So she's telling Elgin, I guess she has nobody else to confide in. I mean, he's had voices, so I get it. But at the same
also took out his eye, so it's interesting how sympathetic he is to her.
Yeah, and that's why I was saying it reminded me of the scene of Fatima and Elgin. But yeah, but I guess he's probably the only one that would understand, and nobody else will listen to her, right? So it's I don't know, it's interesting.
Well, it also mirrors their first scene together too in the church.
Yeah, that's what
they love to book at things and make references,
Yeah, no, it definitely also mimics that from when they first met. Petty's right, trauma bonds. They've definitely gone through some trauma together, that's for sure. Right? Larry also said, I think he was, meaning Jade, I think he was afraid that Kenny was a ghost.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Could have thought that, yeah. Let's see. Also, Fletcher had said, I think the license plate is on the 1978 image when Julie pops up and sees the man in yellow. You know what? Let me go back here a second, guys. In all seriousness, I'll look after. Where was the picture? Crap. No, I lost the picture. I was going to say, remember what that is, 427, because I actually, if I get my original file, I'll have to look up the original file here. I did write down the license plate from the scene you're talking about. I do not know if I took a picture of it, but I did write it down. I just took it out of my recap because I figured most people that are reading a recap don't need to know the license plate. Let me see. It's here somewhere. Now
what
probably.
Scene was it in, Jamie?
What
scene was it in?
When Julie's story walking. Okay. The license plate that's in that scene is AZ5821. So it is not the same license plate.
Arizona.
Yeah, it's probably, it could stand for Arizona. Yeah.
Well,
I
they're
mean,
from Arizona. That's why I was kind of interested. I made a connection there.
yeah, yeah, it could be. Yeah. Anyway, not the same license plate. So there you go. Okay. So let's see. Start a couple more things you guys are talking about that's a little further in advance. We'll get there. Okay. So yeah. So she tells him that the voices have asked her to take a drink of water, like pour herself water from the pitcher, take a drink, and then pour it back in.
Mhm.
Which, other than being unsanitary, he's like, what is that gonna do? Because he's like, I won't do anything, it's water. And he was
Mhm.
right. That's the interesting part, that whole time he was right. But she said, well, what if I got an infection? That's why I hear
Yeah.
voices. It could give it to somebody else. She doesn't want anybody to have this happen to them. And he's
Mhm.
like, well, what if you don't do it? And she says, they said the voices said something bad would happen to someone she cares about, and
Mhm.
will keep happening until she does it. Okay, two comments on that. One, I don't know that she really cares about Sophia. I
Yeah,
feel like,
I was thinking about the same thing, Jamie. I was
yeah,
like, has she
I
known her like a day?
I know. I think to me it would have been more legit if she just said had if the voices had said something will happen to somebody in the town, not
Mhm.
something will happen to somebody she cares about. But yeah, it
Well,
is
I
what
mean, they've become kind of close besties in this day, though. Eating together and hanging out.
yeah, they're staying together. But yeah, I don't know. They
Only
haven't
friend,
been.
Jamie.
I just thought it was funny because that was immediately like once it happened and once I knew what was going to happen. I didn't think about it now, but
Yeah.
um, that was kind of interesting. But yeah, so she doesn't want anything to happen, and she's kind of struggling with, do I do it? Do I not do it?
Yeah. Did
Um,
you have another point? Because I thought you said you had 2 points.
uh, I don't know. Unless my other point was about it being unsanitary. I don't remember. I might
Yeah,
have had another point, but
unsanitary.
I don't remember what the other point was. Sorry.
So the ancient entity just likes uncleanliness.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just like you're right. Hey, look at the yellow suit, right? He likes the dirt.
Spread the
No,
germs around.
yeah. I did, you're right though. I did say I had 2 points. I don't remember what the other point was,
Yeah.
honestly.
Yeah, that's what I was asking.
I don't know. I told you I'm getting tired. I'm hyper, but I'm tired.
Yeah.
Okay. So anyway, he doesn't really give her any advice, but I don't know that he really could give her any advice. Like, what advice is he going to give her? Does she do it? Does she not do it? That's the question. Um,
Well, in this scene, she needs somebody to do a little exposition so we know what's going
yeah,
on.
yeah, to talk it out, and
Or else she does be mumbling to herself in a scene, which wouldn't be as good as this.
yeah, it wouldn't be as good. I agree. Okay. I lost. Okay. So then we have Victor and his father, which is he's still measuring. But he does tell his dad he'll show him when he asks him again about has he hurt you? So yeah, that's just him saying that. They don't actually go at that point.
Mhm.
Okay, so Boyd gets to Colony House, tells Jade to stay there, and he goes upstairs to see Fatima.
So he's kind of babysitting Jade here.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't want him to. He did say he'd stay with them while he was high on the mushroom. So at least he's taking care. I mean, he left him there. He could have walked out, but he's
Yeah.
like, stay there. Like I kind of wondered when
Okay.
he told him to stay there. Like, is he gonna stay there? That was kind of like, I don't know. That is a cool looking lamp. I don't know why I'm noticing it, but
Yeah,
it's
they
kind
got
of
some
cool.
cool. That's a cool chair in there too. I hope she doesn't get mud all over it.
The red chair. Yeah, that's a nice chair. I like that. Okay, so this is where she just tells Boyd she's making a monster. She doesn't really explain yet what she's doing, and he doesn't know what she's doing, but she's doing it to help her, her sanity, I guess would be the best way of saying it. Um, let's see. I hate the characters' reactions throughout these fantastic dynamics of Fatima and Elgin and Sarah, and no fireworks. Something's off with that. I'm not sure what you mean by no fireworks unless you're shipping them, which I'm not sure about. I don't know. I'm not sure what you mean, Papa Socks. I'll have to expand on that.
Fisticuffs?
Huh?
The fisticuffs?
Yeah, maybe that could be the case.
Maybe it's supposed to be more infighting or something?
It could be. Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't think anybody would ship them, but I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
Or fireworks like that?
Yeah, I don't know. Okay. So let's see. Fletcher says Fatima's making a monster. Mirrors Kimona making smiley. Fatima's turning, just saying, Boyd, she doesn't change, does she? Pilot episode of Boyd, just waiting for season 4. Okay. So you
yeah.
think I guess the point of that is he thinks Fatima's changing.
Yeah.
I don't know. Everybody seems to be they keep saying things are changing, people are changing. Who knows? Yeah, I don't know. Okay, and by the way, I was just going to say that picture now that we see it out in the sunlight, it looks more, at least to me on my monitor, it looks more green, and I'm wondering if that thing's like a frog or something. It kind of looks to me like a frog. Unless maybe it's a golem. Maybe it's a golem. I don't know.
Looks a little bit too golly to me this way.
I don't know. I'm just saying it looks more green to me than brown. I'm just saying.
I don't like looking at it sometimes, Jamie.
All right, fair enough. Pointed Fatima's changing. Yeah, he did say that later.
I mean, I hope that they at least are making a reference to it, and they aren't like the Ankui thing, like "Oolagog" was just a word we made up, and I'll be like, ugh.
Yeah, I mean, look, I don't know. It's possible.
More sensitive, man.
Well, I mean, it's always possible they made it up and didn't know about it, and they didn't do it intentionally. But it is. No, I agree. It is kind of close. So I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so Julie tells him what's in the story about the Grand Gulagog. Asked Fred about story walking and how you choose a point in which he was deceased.
I like his name is Fred. Story walker.
Fred. Just normal name, Fred.
The writers are like, shit, we need a name for him. Well, let's call him Story Walker Fred.
And you're right. I know B says it looks great. I'm just looking on my monitor. I don't know. I could be wrong. I'm just saying.
Well, it could be outside the sunlight could be yellow or orange and casting on it as well.
It could be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you barely see the outline of the moon above the tree. Because I was going to point out there was like a moon and then there's a tree, but out here you can't even really see the outline of it because it's so bright.
Yeah, you can't. That's a good point.
If it's the same drawing, if they didn't have two books of these that are slightly different.
Yeah, with the that's possible. It was the second prop, but it looks
prop books they made.
Yeah. See, we talked about already what the book said because they showed it in the other scene.
Mm-hmm.
But a quick recap, it talks about the bookmark and what.
But the moon and the tree look like the root symbol. That's like you see.
Oh.
Yeah. But you can't see it in this one. I was going to point it out the other time. I just lapsed.
No, now that you said that, I kind of see it. Wait, I want to go back to because now that you said that, I hadn't either that or like maybe one of the symbols on the talisman or something. But it kind of does.
It looked like there are eyeballs at the bottom of the tree too, and I didn't know really what.
That I noticed. Yeah, I agree. It does. I didn't mention that, but you're right. It does look like eyeballs. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Julie Reed, that's true. Okay, let's see. I lost where I was. Okay, so she's telling him about the bookmark and everything, and he does not necessarily believe everything because it's just a kid's book. And this is where I think this scene to me was really interesting. The conversation that they have, like, is this an answer? Is this really the case? I don't know. But I like her idea that she said that maybe story walking existed in this town, that like the town, everything's impossible, but it's also real. So what if all the crazy stuff that happens here has been seeping out into the world? Just like how her mother had nightmares about the town before she got there. She was dreaming about it, although she doesn't know that her mother wasn't. I mean, her mother was dreaming about it, but her mother was kind of remembering, right? She doesn't know that yet. But
maybe the authors of these books, it seeped into the world, like it would with Bacta's grandmother knowing the nursery rhyme. It out.
Yeah.
outward.
No, yeah, you're right. No, I'm just pointing out that she doesn't know that, like, that it may
Yeah.
not be what she thinks with her mother is all I meant. But
But
you're
Randall
right.
said the thing that I really love that Christy has also said, that's crazy. Like they've been here for so long and all this weird crap's happened and they're like, but that's crazy.
Yeah, we see monsters every night, but that's crazy.
Yeah, this book
Um,
is crazy.
yeah, but I do like her idea that maybe like the stuff is seeped out, people dreamed about it or whatever, and then they wrote a book about it. And they called it, they could see what she did. They saw, a dream or whatever about somebody story walking and called it that. Which is also kind of a bootstrap paradox a little bit to me, but
Might
maybe,
happen the next season. I mean, she
yeah,
might end up writing this book,
yeah.
Ethan end up writing the other one.
And then
That's
it's definitely a bootstrap paradox if she writes the
or
book.
it could be like the author shows up or something happens like that, I don't think I think it's gonna have another meaning, hopefully, a bigger meaning.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think it should and could. So I think the story, I mean, I think a lot of us think the story part's really important, the book part.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, she says maybe that the people have dreamt about it and written about it. And he's like, well, why this book though? Like out of all the thousands of books about time travel, why would it be this book? And she's like, because this is the book that Ethan happened to have with him. So it could be fate, it could mean something, but it doesn't matter. All she says is, it could be an instruction manual to save her father, and she's going to do it whether he's there or not. And this made me think of too, like with her mother going after Ethan, like she's like, he's going to do it whether I'm there or not. And, Randall's being her, like her big brother kind of, and he's like, well, then what are we going to do?
Mm-hmm.
So, yes, thank you, Kimberly. I'm looking to see what everybody's saying. Please check out our playlist. I do always forget to mention that there is a playlist with all the from interviews in it that we've done. If you guys want to just check out, if you're looking specifically for the from interviews, it makes it easier to find. And yeah, you'll spend a night in the box. Like the video, guys. Appreciate that, guys. Fletcher said the book could have been manifested into the town as well. Yeah, true. Truth is,
they already knew about it before they came to Fromville, though.
Well, somebody did, but yeah, I don't know. I just like the idea. I guess I'm just saying, like, I like her idea, her explanation.
Yeah. Well, I mean, before she cut her hair in this episode, I thought maybe she got out of Fromville when she was older and she wrote the book and then she came back in. But she cut her hair, she should be cutting the hair for the town, I'm just saying, instead of Mari.
Yeah, she should be. Look though, I'm also thinking though, what if it's the other way around? Like she's saying, what if the stuff that happened there came outside to the real world and then was written in a book? Like, what if, and did she use the word real world or just outside into the world? Because I was thinking she said real world, and that makes me question, like, why would she say that? But maybe I just thought she said that. I'd have to go back.
I don't know. A lot of the characters do say real world for like the outside world of From, which I think is fine. Other people like
but that also makes me question maybe, it isn't real or something where they're at. I don't know. But what if it's the opposite though? It's just making me think like it could be the opposite too, that somebody wrote it down and it happened if it is a story, which technically if she wrote that book, like you're saying, it would be both. So I don't know. Hi.
Yeah, but I think like future Julie does everything and she probably won't do a tenth of what I think she's gonna do.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it makes sense though that she does a lot of the stuff. It could. Hi, Mackie and Jehovah Sin.
Oh, the bell.
Yeah, welcome. All right. So anyway, she's gonna do it. So he agrees to go with her and help her either way. Okay. So Fatima says not to worry about her. She wasn't hiding this from Ellis. She was gonna tell him. Although if she was going to tell him, I'm not sure why she waited just till he left and then snuck down the hallway. But that's a whole nother issue that I have with the scene. But I do like though these lines where she's like, I thought I'd wait and he could see it when he came back and it'd be easier to explain. And Boyd's like, well, explain it to me. Like basically saying, well, I'm standing here, I see it, and it doesn't make sense to me. So explain it. And yeah, she says, where I grew up, beliefs were rigid and defined, And her father would tell her stories of all the different faiths, and it would drive her mother crazy because she understood how dangerous it was. A lot of that wasn't important, and I don't know why I wrote it up. But at least I don't think it is.
Because her dad got shot on her birthday because
Yes.
he had different beliefs than what
Yes.
I'm assuming the government wanted him
Yeah,
to
I
believe.
just mean I don't know that that's important, like clue-wise. I just meant I wrote the whole thing out, but
I think it's important plot.
it is important. You're right. It is important plot-wise. He understood she understood, his wife understood how dangerous it was. But he would smile and say, Fatima, they have it. Fatima, we see zero. Fatima, they have it wrong. They all think their road is the only way. Don't they understand all roads lead to the divine? They simply take different paths to get there. And she says, of all the fables and myths, he told her this is the story she's been thinking about. That line to me
sounds like From, right?
Yes, it does. And that was kind of my point. I was going to say that line to me sounds so important. Like just to me seems like it's something that's really important. All roads lead to the divine. They simply take a different path to get there. So
like everybody that came to From took a different path to get there.
Yes, I thought of that. I totally agree with you. My only concern is, and I said this in Discord yesterday, my only concern is that to me, saying all paths lead to the divine makes me worry that they're lying and that this is purgatory, because that's kind of what it sounds like.
The showrunner said it wasn't.
I know they did, but I'm saying, doesn't that kind of like make it sound like that though to you, or is it just me?
No, because I think to me, it's like she says divine. I think a divine state, blah, blah, blah. Hold on. Divine state like nirvana. I don't feel like it's purgatory. It's maybe trying to find, paradise or spiritual enlightenment.
Right. It could be. But I guess my point is, doesn't this mean that that's kind of like, this is like a pit stop? That's, to me, it sounds like it's saying like, this is a pit stop before they get to the divine. That's why I'm saying purgatory, not necessarily specifically purgatory. But
I don't think well, in Hinduism, there could be other, like the Bardo and all that stuff that was reference that could be applied to this too.
Yes, yes. I'm just saying, I hope that it's not going in that direction, but
I don't think it's going to, because they said it wasn't purgatory. So
no, yeah, they definitely said it was.
But I think they were making a reference because of all the stuff that's in Fromville too, like the Inuit stuff and the other mysticisms that have been brought up throughout the seasons and stuff, that like all these characters come from different places and different belief systems. And you even have the atheists. You have Mari and Christy that are, they don't pray. They don't really make fun of Sophie, but they don't understand why she would pray, and stuff like that. But they have all these different paths.
Yes.
But even an atheist can have spiritual enlightenment.
Yeah, that's true too. They can.
So
that's also true. Fletcher says even if it was that, they wouldn't spoil it. Maybe I hope they didn't lie though.
Yeah, that would be so bad if they said it wasn't, and then they're like, ta-da.
I kind of feel though, like at a certain point, like all shows now say they're not dead, it's not purgatory, and then like there's got to be some that are and they're lying, right? I just hope it's not this one. But anyway, I don't know. And yes, you're right, Kaiser. We did talk about this in the chat last night.
They also needed to have some exposition about why Fatima was making a golem, and it wouldn't be like the faith system she was born into.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
or the Jewish folklore.
Yeah, because May said the only reason I didn't think it was a golem, it's a sensitive one because golem is Jewish faith. But yeah, I guess that's why. Yeah, you're right with what you just said. That's why like she's saying he talked about all different faiths, and this was one of the ones that stood out to her. So it doesn't necessarily have to be her religion specifically. But they needed her to have a reason. Look, like I said, I thought Gollum, but I only thought Gollum because of X-Files. So she could have heard of Gollum from any place. But yeah, she's saying he told her all different religious stories, and this was the one she focused on.
I just saw a Gollum from the old silent movie called The Golem, and then also when Dirt's around, she was making something. I thought you can make a Gollum out of dirt.
Yeah, I don't know. I automatically thought that. I know B thought that and had said that in the chat last week, or not. Yeah, had said that in the chat. That was what I said. Yes, you're right though. That's why they wouldn't lie. I kind of wonder though, like I sometimes wonder though, like, what if that was their plan and then they're like, okay, everybody's gonna hate us. Let's change it. Let's hope they don't do that either, right? Because we don't want them to change something because they're like,
Well,
they're not gonna like that.
that's like lost residue, though, right? Because everybody thought it was purgatory, but it wasn't, or whatever that
It
was.
wasn't, and it wasn't purgatory. And if anybody says to me everybody was dead, I'm gonna like yell. Everybody was not dead. If you watch the story, you know that they were not all dead all along. Because that's like the one thing that people always say, and it's like if they think that it's probably like you probably didn't watch the whole show. Some
Yeah.
people don't think quite understood what happened. But yeah,
Mhm.
I just hope that whatever it is, if they did have a point or a plan at the beginning, that I
Mhm.
hope that they don't change the plan based on what fans say is my point. Like it should
Yeah.
be what they want it to be, but they shouldn't lie. That I think would piss people off. I agree. Jehovah Sin said the golem plot is interesting. I
Mhm.
if it comes to life, do you think it's going to come to life?
Oh, there's some kind of weird showdown between the golem and the scarecrow and the ragdoll three-way fight. That would be amazing.
That would be fun. I feel like
That
I
would
want
be
to like
amazeballs.
I feel like I want to use Nano Banana to do that, whether there is or not. Like make like
Oh
a
yeah,
background of them.
graphic. Yeah.
Yeah, make a background of those three things fighting. That'd be hilarious. Maybe throw Smiley in it, right?
The
Throw Smiley
Spider-Man
in there.
meme, the Spider-Man meme of like the golem pointing at the scarecrow, pointing at the ragdoll, but they're all Spider-Man.
Yeah, no, I'm like sitting here now imagining it in my head, and I'm thinking like imagining like this big like end game and like Marvel, and I'm like imagining like this big battle. We got the man in yellow, we got Smiley, we got the scarecrow, we got all these people.
Yeah, 5-1.
That'd be fucking awesome. It's never gonna happen, but it would be funny.
I also
Hi.
imagine the golem as being Tilly reborn, so it's this Tilly
Yeah,
golem.
yeah, we'll throw Tilly in there.
I hope it comes to something because I don't like the nothing burgers when they build up something and then it's not really anything.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look, there's something to say for red herrings, but I agree with what you said when they go too far with things and it ends up
Jasper.
happening.
I'm bitter
Yeah,
about Jasper, Jamie.
you're bitter
Still.
about Jasper. All right, fair enough.
Yeah.
How would you feel about the puppets fighting this show? I feel like they would need a dream sequence or something. You mean the little finger puppets? Like it'd be like humongous finger puppets. I'm not sure if that's what he means or not, but
Oh,
that
are
could
they
be.
were they gonna be in the fray too? So it's gonna be a 6-way?
Yeah, we're gonna have to, guys. I'm gonna in Discord. You're gonna have to list all the people we want in the fight. You have to make that background. Hey, I can probably do it. I can. I know it. I know it won't probably put that many things in it, but I should be able to Photoshop something. It might be fun.
So you gotta put the Gulagog in there and like story walking Fred.
Yeah, we'll put it all in there. If Smiley is connected to Fatima, then he knows she's making a golem, right? That is a very good question, Amy. Yeah, she
So
says this is where she tells him. She says, actually, she doesn't say that yet. I'm a scene ahead of them. But yeah, she says that she can feel what he can feel or something like that, and that it works both ways, something to that effect. Let me see. I'm like not that far, but anyway, when we get to it, we'll talk more about it. But
yeah.
yeah, that's a good question. I don't know. Do you think he knows she's doing it? I kind of assume that by what she said, there's like maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is a connection, so who knows how much that frequency is picking up.
Yeah.
I want to
I
see
don't know.
Smiley again. Those Smiley's had like one scene in this whole season.
Yeah, I agree. We need more Smiley.
Yeah.
That's funny. Let's see. What Fatima is doing well could be how other monsters like the ballerina and scarecrow were created. If what Fatima is doing is real, could be for her own mindset to recover from Smiley. Well,
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess that's my question. Like, is she thinking it's going to come to life, or is she just doing it to help herself? I think is the big question, which I don't
Well,
know.
can it be both?
It could be. It could
She
be.
can help herself, but as we've seen in Fromville, things fueled by imagination can
Yeah.
happen. Or
Yeah.
fears can manifest, like Nathan's fear of cicadas and all that. If she thinks that golem's going to become real, maybe that golem will become real.
Could maybe.
Maybe Howard. Anything.
Yeah, Fletcher had said, I think Fatima creation is mirroring the purpose of who created those scarecrows, but it might backfire. The floor won't take it much longer. Yeah, the floor's going to cave in.
Yep.
Okay.
Kind of like the whole tabby bird.
Yeah. Let's see. How come people, okay, to answer your question, Dieter, why people do not see Papa Sock's things in the chat,
Huh.
that is probably because I'm guessing that he is watching through NDB Media instead of sci-fivision, which is our sister network, which it also streams on, which you guys should also check out that network or that channel as well. But yeah, that's I'm guessing why, but I see everything because it's in StreamYard.
Yeah.
So.
There are a lot of interviews on that channel. I've watched a few interviews on
Yes,
it.
yes. Michael's been doing tons and tons of interviews, not from, but he's been doing tons of vertical drama interviews. So if you like vertical dramas, he's got tons of people from vertical dramas on, and he had moderated that panel at the convention too. So yeah, that's cool. So yeah, check out their channel as well. Okay. But also follow sci-fivision. Follow both of us, and then it's all good.
Yeah.
Follow both of us. Okay, let's see. V says, I'm wondering if the golem is not going to come to life, but somehow Fatima building it is going to help them. I can't think of how that would work, but it'd be an interesting way to throw us for a loop. Yeah. I'm just
feel the
thinking,
trailer
like, yeah. Sorry, what?
I just feel like the trailer showing the scarecrow and this ragdoll that a golem's not really that weird.
Yeah.
You could throw a golem in there too, or maybe one of those is a golem. Who knows?
Yeah, I don't think I feel like in this show nothing's weird anymore to me. So
crazy.
But yeah, maybe
Scarecrow's okay, Ragdoll's okay, but the golem is crazy.
Yeah. And yeah, it could be a trap to make her do it, maybe. I like this thing. You want to build a mud man. That's great. Westeros, yeah. Okay. Now I lost where I was. Okay. It's fine. I appreciate that you guys watch both channels, Papa. All right. So anyway, and now I lost where I was. Okay. Yeah. So she asks him if he knows what a golem is. He goes out and talks to Kenny. There we go. And he tells him about the golem. And he says it's a part of religious folklore. I don't know why I typed all this out, but a part of religious folklore, a giant made of clay. It protects people, a champion, a symbol of hope, and maybe for now, just give her some space. And I really like this. I really like what he says here. And I know Fletcher was mentioning this earlier, and I think it's important that he does say, you know, he's like, Boyd says she's not hurting anybody. And Kenny says, but we've seen the place change people little by little until you turn around and the person you knew is gone. And that isn't the Fatima that they know. So yeah, I that does make me question that she's going to change into something.
Yeah, that's a little foreshadowing.
It does sound like foreshadowing, but I do, I do like that he says it though, because he's bringing it to Boyd's attention, and obviously he's meeting his wife. But you know, I hadn't really thought of that either when he said it. Like, I'm kind of like, well, what's it going to hurt? She's making a monster out of mud. Who cares, right? But I like
subtext of the whole thing.
Yeah, and I really like that that he's saying that, because it brought it to my attention too, and I had not thought of it. Just don't y'all go and try to ship the golem. Yeah, don't ship the golem. And then I like he said shipping the golem with Jasmine.
Oh yeah.
Fletcher said there's a lot of foreshadowing in Fatima's transformation in the pilot. You're gonna have to be more specific, Fletcher, because I'm not remembering anything about that in the pilot. So yeah, you're gonna have to be more specific. Mudman versus the cauliflower kids. There you go. All right, so Kenny says that to him, and he's gotta pay attention. All right, so okay, so Donna and Tabitha and Ethan and Ellis and some of the red shirts and all those people are going to the settlement, and this is where Tabitha and Donna talk. And I love that Dawn is pretty much like, dude, like, what are you doing? That's kind of what she asks. Tabitha tells her she doesn't know what she's doing. Jim's gone. She doesn't know what to do now. She has I like that she does talk about, she's like, I have all these memories, belong to other people. I want the answers, but I'm terrified what it'll cost. She's afraid she'll go too far if she remembers too much, but not far enough. And she feels like she's failing as a parent, which I don't know that I don't disagree with, but, but we won't. No, look, I know me and Karen fight about that, and we've joked about that and everything. I say that she's done things I think are not great as a parent, but I do not think Tabitha is like a bad mother overall. And I know we joke about it, but she's made some bad decisions, I would say. And sometimes she doesn't think things through, but
it's just funny in a comedy way how many times Ethan or Julie slips out of the house and she doesn't really notice.
Yeah, that's like in every show, though. I feel like that's why I always go, Carl, Carl. Yeah. Where'd it go? Okay. Thank you, Kimberly. I'm glad you remind me because I never remember this shit. I told you before, it's like, I'm so bad at this. I don't do it on purpose. I'm just bad at advertising. Guys, for those of you who joined us late, tomorrow on our From Review, because this is our deep dive that's at 10 Eastern, we're going to be giving away, thanks to Kimberly, who's donating it, we're going to be giving away a cameo with Avery, who plays Sarah. So make sure you guys tune in tomorrow, and we will pick somebody at random for that. And I'm just wondering, I did not. I never pinned the link to the Discord. If you haven't, please make sure also that you join our Discord for watch parties and schedules and all that. I know West of Westeros also said he's going to give away some memberships maybe next week to here. So yeah, make sure you guys join our Discord though. So you know all the good information and when stuff's going to happen and all that. And yeah, if you don't join Discord, same thing. Join Discord or go in the box. We'll put you in the box. But yeah, and you can also check out all our From interviews on our on the playlist. There's a From playlist with all the interviews.
Maybe we should spin it maybe more positively, like if you leave a like, you get pancakes, or you get a sip of Sarah's pitcher water.
Okay, that's a good one. Yeah, if you leave a like, we'll give you Tian Chan's pancakes. I don't know. Do people want Sarah's water? Well, you can choose. You can have either. How's that? You could choose.
Whatever Vanka's daily special is, I'm sure it's delicious.
Yeah. Now it's Bacta doing it. That's true.
Yeah.
But yes, West of Westeros says he's going to give out 10 memberships to the channel. So we'll do that next week. But yes, thank you, everybody. Please join if you haven't. Make sure you like the video, hype it if you can, and subscribe to Sci-Fi-Vision. It is always appreciated. Okay, so okay, we're seeing. I was going to say we're going to talk about Donna. So this is where Donna does say, she's not alone, but because she does say Tabitha is like, what am I going to do when Ethan learns the Lake of Tears isn't real? She's not, she's worried about that. But Donna says she's not alone. But this is where Donna says, I don't want to find another note like I found, which, yes, I had problems with last week. We have discussions. I see Benjamin Williams says, I hope nothing happens to Donna next episode.
Yeah, there's a little foreshadowing of the scene. I don't
exactly. That's what I was going to say. And we have keep Donna alive. # keep Donna alive. Yeah, the fact that she says to her, I don't want to have to explain to your kids why I'm alive and you aren't. That worries me. I like Donna. Donna's one of my favorites. I do not want anything to happen to Donna either.
Well,
did
the
I
other thing too, she said, don't let me do the stupid things, which made me feel like, oh no.
Yeah, she's like, if anybody's going to do something stupid and risk their life, it'll be me, not you.
If anybody's going to get punched by a scarecrow until they're dead, it's going to be me, Tabby.
Yeah. Yeah, I know Daryl would drink Sarah's water. You're right, Daryl.
Yeah, oh yeah.
You're right, Daryl would drink Sarah's water. I have not set it up, Dieter, yet. I'm going to. I just haven't had a chance yet, but I'll make sure that the link goes up for tomorrow's live. Sometimes I don't till the next day either because YouTube's stupid and only lets you have 3 notifications. So sometimes depending what's going on, I save it just so it gets a notification out.
Yeah.
And I did earlier, Kimberly, but I haven't in a while, so we'll remind everybody again. We do have a one-on-one exclusive interview with Hannah Triame coming out tomorrow, who plays Julie. So make sure you look for that as well. And if you are a member, whatever the difference is between members and subscribers, I can never remember which is which. But if you're the subscriber level, or not subscriber, survivor level, or above on our membership, I have been releasing the From interviews a little bit earlier to those members as a perk. So there's also that. But yes, that will be out tomorrow, as will I'll be able to play our shout out from her too. But look, I don't think they probably care if I put that on ahead of time, but since it's embargoed, I just figure it's better to wait.
Yeah, as well. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So let's see.
All yeah, right. Like well, if anybody's gonna risk their lives to do something stupid, that person's gonna be me and not you. Oh, Donna, why you gotta say that?
Yeah, don't do something stupid.
Why does she have to say those words?
Yeah, well, I don't know. We can just hope it's okay. Wow. West of Westeros says he's gifting talismans too. So guys, make sure you keep tuning in. That's awesome. Thank you, West of Westeros. And we still got, I know Dieter's gonna be getting those other ones sent out too, that for the people that won the other talismans. I don't know if he's sending them or the company sending them, but either way, they're getting
probably the business, because I think
probably the Etsy store, but they're going to be going out because we did give some of those away. Don't do this to me. Yeah, I don't know. Let me ask you, Scarlett, regardless of who you think is going to die or is not going to die, who would give you like who would make you the most upset if they killed their character?
Probably Donna.
I kind of feel like that too. That's why I wondered. I'm like, I kind of was thinking that. Like, I really like Donna. I mean, I think I'd be maybe just upset if Jade or Boyd went, but like, I just don't think. I think they have so much plot armor. Like, I'm not worried about them. But okay, we got a lot of answers.
That's to a certain extent Donna did too, because she's like controlling half of Fromville.
I thought so too, but I don't know.
Unless it's done in a way that's supposed to be like a domino that just makes all the other dominoes fall because it's breaking Boyd down, and then they don't have a leader, and Kenny would have to step up and be some kind of leader but he doesn't really know Colony House that well, and that could be a mess.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like Boyd, if they kill Boyd, it's not going to be till like the end of the show. I don't think they're going to do it now. Donna, I don't know. Ellis, I don't know. Yeah, Ellis can go. Ellis isn't my favorite.
I was gonna say Ellis.
Henry too. I see, let's see. Kimberly likes Donna or doesn't want Donna to die, the most. Fletcher says Kenny can't die. And yes, you have to be here for the giveaways because we do it in the chat. Like it gives it to somebody in the chat. So you do have to be here during the giveaway. There are plenty of red shirts that will be in the cabin. Can't they take them? Look, we don't know what's going to happen to Donna. Donna may be fine. We don't know. Yeah, I don't know, but it does worry me that does sound like foreshadowing.
Now worried about Roger and Patty.
Yeah, Roger, Patty. Who all's going to be there? Ellis, Ethan, Tabitha. Who knows? Maybe they'll be like a mass murder before the next episode, right? Who knows? Bacta. Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see.
Yeah, I can agree with you with some of those things that some of the people die, but they're not like they have a backstory that wasn't completely explained, and I wish a few of them would have that.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't want her to go without explaining that. Please explain about your grandmother. Please.
Yeah, I agree.
Like if Donna goes, then I'd be like, please, let's get an answer about your sister, about like how that was,
Yeah. Fletcher says justice for red shirt number 20. I think he's in your boat, Scarlett.
Carol. There's a Carol. I wrote all their names down so I could make questions about them.
Yeah, you'll have
Tommy,
to.
Ella, Jordan. You remember Jordan? Of course you
No,
do.
I remember Roger and Patty because we've mentioned him a few times, and that's it. No, the live tomorrow is at 10 Eastern. It's a little bit earlier. And yeah, Amy, I'm the same way. I can't remember nobody's name. I mean, I remember like the main characters' names, but beyond that, I'm bad at that. So you're not the only one. All right. So yeah, don't leave any more notes for Dawn, is what she's saying. Justice for annoying Brick. Oh, you guys are funny. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so yeah, I do like this scene though. And this is where I said, if you guys had read my review, my written review, I like that there's like different characters together this season. Like
Yeah.
you see different scenes with people we're not used to.
Mm-hmm.
And
Like
I think
Randall and Julie too is a good combination.
Randall and Julie, we have Tabitha and Donna. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I like that we have some different groups that we're getting to see together. And I think this was a really good scene. And I like how Donna, says to her that you're as much as my family, as any of like the real family she's ever had. So
Mm-hmm. Which is
I like
just like Jim had these heartwarming scenes of his family.
what is this on your necklace? It looks like fish bones. I don't know. I can't tell. I'm just curious what it was. Not that I think it has meaning. I just was curious. Okay. Yeah, I know the time zones are off for some of you, but we appreciate when you come here. If you're odd times for you, I apologize, but thank you for
Rewatch it.
Yeah, and yes, you can always rewatch these even if they're not live. You can restream them. Although it looks like, because I did figure out the ads a little bit more, I think that there's less when you're live. At least it seems like there is, because I had changed them from what they were before, because they were too high before. I didn't understand the setting was up so high. I don't know what it does. YouTube's weird, but I did change it. It should be doing better. And also, the other thing I noticed is if you don't use captions, it will put it up beside the video, so you don't lose the video. That's the other thing. So that's, but yes, you're right, Dieter. You can't win anything on a rewatch. That is true. You cannot, because
that's true.
In the chat.
True.
Yeah, make sure that you're here live. It's always a good thing. And we pretty much have shows almost every day this week. Not all from, but lots of shows. So if you like something else like Widow's Bay or Punisher, we got you covered. And of course, Tuesday is we're doing everything, I think, in one day. We're going to be talking about all of it Tuesday night. So, and For All Mankind. Okay, so they find the bird. I don't remember who it was.
Crazy bird.
Yeah, somebody did put up a picture of a starling. It does look like it could be a starling.
Yeah, but it's blue. Look how blue its beak is.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, it's a carboncle.
At least a common starling has a bright yellow beak. I
don't think that's a starling. A starling's black.
Let's try this. Starling.
This one's like brown and tan with a blue beak.
Yeah, I don't know.
The blue beak being the big thing, because I don't know too many birds that have blue beaks.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Carbonkles.
I'm Googling it. I'm Googling it. I'm Googling it. I'm Googling it. Bird with blue beak. I'm just curious and seeing what it comes up with.
Too. See what we find.
Well, those birds with blue beaks definitely look nothing like that bird. So
the blue-footed booby.
The blue-footed booby.
I think it has a blue beak.
Yeah, I don't know. I will tell you though, the ones that come up are nothing like it. But to be fair, it's all coming up with birds that are blue instead of birds with a blue beak. It did
blue-footed booby.
Blue-footed booby. I don't see blue. I'm looking. I don't know. We'll have to look. If you have a picture, I'm looking. I don't see any that look like it.
Well, it says a blue grosbeak is like the main one.
Yeah, maybe. Oh, okay.
Grosbeak booby doesn't look like anything like that. I just like saying blue-footed booby over and over again.
Like saying blue-footed booby. All right, fair enough.
I work at a school, so it's like really hard to like when kids are pointing at things and they're like, "Say the name of that bird." I'm like, "Oh no, I don't want to." Blue-footed booby, huh? Say this one. I'm like, mouse tit. Oh god.
Yeah, it's titmouse. Well, hey, you got kids you're teaching there, so it makes sense.
To me, it looks like a sparrow with a blue beak. It's like a made-up bird for the show.
Yeah, I kind of wonder. Well, you know what the truth is? Because it does look like it doesn't look like what I found for starling, But whoever that, I apologize, I don't remember whoever in Discord had posted a picture of a starling in Discord last night. It does look similar in body, not in the beak, but in the body.
But
So
not color.
yeah, so you could actually be right with what you're saying. I don't know why I kept up the picture of the bird looking like it's dead. Sorry about that, guys. It isn't. It's just got a broken wing, but it looks gross. Anyway,
Mine looks beautiful. My still looks really nice.
No, I mean, because it's hurt. It looks bad. Not that the bird isn't pretty. But my point is that it did look like that minus the beak. So it kind of makes me wonder, maybe you're right. Maybe it's like a bird they made up. Like maybe they changed the color of the beak or something to make it different. And maybe it is a chromonocle.
But when they're holding it, though, it's different color, though. This is CGI bird here.
Yeah, it must just be the CGI problems then. I don't know. I
mean, they did it for a reason, right? The beak is blue on purpose.
Probably. All right, let me look at what you sent me, Dieter. I'm sorry. It is really hard to look at pictures from you guys in Discord while we're doing this. Okay, this one. Oh, wait, that one does have, it has like a bluish black beak. All right, fair enough. Let me, it looks more blacky to me, but let me show you guys, see if I can never get this to do this right. It does not like me when I try to share. You know what? Actually, I can probably do this in a different way that might be easier, and I did not think about it until now. Hold on. Let's do it this way. How about here? I'll do it like, it's cropped. Crap. Its head's cropped off. Hold on. Its head being cropped off isn't going to help you if its head's cropped off. Okay. Now, let me just hide the other picture. It's not going to work otherwise. There, that's the picture the one that Dieter sent me to me that looks most like it. And it's kind of like a bluish black beak.
What kind of bird is this?
That's a starling.
It kind of weird European starling then, right?
Yeah, I don't know. It kind of looks, let me see. It sent me a couple, but you can see some of the other pictures Dieter sent.
Because North American starlings are black, but I do know there's variations.
Yeah, it does look kind of like that. But my point is,
it's a European starling. I'm looking at it right now. I'm looking at pictures of.
All right, fair enough. And yes, that's what I was trying to do.
Female too. A female, because the carmonacle's female, everyone.
Is it?
Well, the one in the book is.
Oh, okay. Well, there's 2 chromonacles, you said, so I don't remember. I just was going to put up Robert, the original one. Okay, fair. Robert Mecha Man Robertson said From is better than Lost. All right.
I'm just saying that because there's a European female starling sitting on a branch of a male, and the male's black.
Oh, so you're saying, okay, I see. I'm sorry. I thought you were saying in the book it was a female. I see what you're saying.
No, but in the book it is the carbonacle is in the book. When they first reference it in season 1, they say she.
Interesting.
Until like Tabby and Jim do their little 2 carbonicles for you.
Yeah. The thing is usually the male birds are brighter, right? I thought that the female ones were the ones that
she's not brighter. It's just nest colored.
You like I have an accent? You like okay, thank you. I didn't know I had an accent, but okay, I guess everybody has an accent to some extent, but
yeah.
Okay. Wasn't there a bird flying in that picture with the story walker and the giant thing in Ethan's book? Yes, we mentioned that earlier. It kind of looks like a crow. Could it be the starling? I don't know. It looks black to me.
There's some really pretty European starlings, and I'm looking at a whole bunch of pictures.
Yeah, they are pretty.
But I don't see blue beaks on them though.
I don't. That's why I said that one picture I showed you that Dieter sent me kind of looks bluish, but it looks more black than blue, to be honest. It doesn't look that blue, but I don't know.
Unless it's just metaphorical, like, it's blue because the bird's sick, and it's like people get pale and their skin gets blue, and now that it's healthy, it has the right color beak. My cat really loves this still too. This cat is all over the starling. My cat. My cat's up at the TV looking at this bird.
Yeah. Well, yeah. It's funny when animals look at pictures and stuff.
Well, I was gonna animate it. See
my dog, Kiki, it's Kiki. Kiki a lot of times would come over and poke my iPad with her nose and screw up what I'm doing. It would change it. So apparently a nose is enough. That was kind of funny though when that would happen. But yeah, they can alter it. All right. So the point of this is that Ethan says uh we have to bring the bird with us because we're going to put it in the lake, wet it, if or whatever, use the water on it. And
Go drop
if it's
it in the
healed,
lake.
yeah, if it's healed, then it's the lake of tears and it proves everything. So she wants to take it with them. All right. So that's okay. Then we have this scene, which again, I don't know. Like I said, don't, if you don't want to be pushed in the pool, don't stand next to the pool, dude. Okay, just don't. Then you don't have to worry about being pushed in. All right. Okay, so yeah, Sophia is standing at the edge of the pool. We have Christy and Marielle talking about her praying all the time. They don't know how she's doing. I feel like the only thing we really get in this scene is that Marielle talks about going to her Narcotic Anonymous meetings and says that she didn't like when they had, I forget exactly what she says, but that they had to give it up to a higher power or something because if anything makes you think that, a higher power doesn't exist, it's this town, is basically what she says. Let's see. So Sarah is doing what she was told. She pours herself a drink of water from the pitcher and she drinks it and she goes to pour it back in and put all her nasty bacteria in.
Yeah.
I'm just being silly, but she goes to pour it about, okay. They're sensing something wrong with Sophia sending off their radars, but they don't notice it. Yeah. Well, we hope somebody does soon. And yeah, she totally jumped B. I mean, we know she jumped, but they don't know she jumped.
I thought she just kind of fell in it.
Well, either way, she caused it on purpose. I mean, so whether she jumped or she fell or whatever, it was.
I don't think she fell. What she did, she probably just climbed down there and then just fell on her arm and broke it.
Yeah, she fake fell. Let's do it that way. She fake fell.
Yeah.
She fake fell. I mean, we also know that like she, whatever you want to call it, can pop his bones out of place all over the place to transform. So I don't think that it even probably hurt. Probably just popped it out and the way I looked at it. But either way, Sarah there
is wearing a person suit.
Yeah, wearing a person suit. Sarah is pouring the water. She's drinking it. This is where Bhakta says that she should work at the diner again if she wants to. And she's like, I didn't know you before, but the person you are now means you deserve a place here. And she's really nice to Sarah. And it makes Sarah second guess what she's doing. So she asks Bhakta to dump out the water. And when she does this, that's when they hear Sophia screaming, clearly implying. I remember as soon as she did that, I'm like, oh, that's what that was about. Like,
great.
Yeah, it's like now you know what the whole plan was at that point.
The shenanigans.
The shenanigans, yeah. So basically, yeah, she makes Sarah think that because she didn't do what she asked, that she hurt somebody she cared about. Again, I don't know that she cares about Sophia, but that's neither here nor there. So she pretends she broke her arm or she actually made her arm break. I don't know. But she is hurt, supposedly. Imagine Sophia jumped and just died. The end. You're funny, Dieter. I like B. There's no psych ward 72-hour hold for self-harm in Fromville. Yeah, at the end, all the active waffles. They probably do. All right. So anyway, Sarah's worried that she caused her. There's more new people we don't know. They have like the trees on his shirt. Are they faraway trees? I don't know. Anyway, yeah, so Sarah freaks out. She thinks it's her fault. She runs back. She takes a drink of water. She does what she said, basically. But we don't see the end of that scene quite yet. We see, and I know I'm going a little bit faster. If I'm going too fast, let me know. It's getting to be, we've been kind of, and yeah, they're best friends now.
Yeah,
yeah. Okay, so Jade and Boyd talk on the porch. This is where Jade has some words of wisdom. He was listening to him in Fatima, And he's saying about how if he hadn't seen what he's seen and remembered what he remembered, that he wouldn't have considered taking the mushrooms. Although, considering how much pot he smoked previously, I don't know that I buy that, but okay. Anyway, he wouldn't have considered it before, that he only considered it because of what happened. And the point is that something changed that made him realize he had to do something drastic. So he says that yeah, he said maybe the question isn't why she's making it, but why she's making it now, as opposed to before. So he does ask. Okay, Donna here looks at the. I don't think we even needed to talk about that, but Donna looks at the totems. Says they're creepy. That's about all. She also says if they get more food faster, they can leave earlier. But they have the bird to contend with, so he gets his mother to take him to the lake. There's Roger there in the background.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just pointing out. Jay says, so who wanted to live with Sarah other than new girl Sophia? Sarah cares about the only one who gets to know her, not judge her. That's a good point, Jay. She probably in that sense did care about her because she's the one who's talking to her. I didn't think about that. And who said they could leave earlier? Donna did. She just said if they got food faster, they could leave earlier in the morning. But yeah, I didn't think about it that way. I see Catastrophe didn't think about it. I didn't think about it that way either, Jay. That's interesting. Okay, so Julie is cutting her hair. So we know that finally, at some point soon, I'm assuming that she might story walk to her father's potential demise. I only say potential because we've talked about he wasn't quite dead when she got there. Do you think she can, because I was going to ask you too, do you think she can take things with her from the story walk? Because what I automatically thought, and I was going to ask her this, but I knew Hannah couldn't answer this anyway, so I didn't bother. But like, I wonder, couldn't she just like grab her father and take him back like right before he dies?
Have you seen Synctronic?
Yeah, no. I'm just wondering.
Jim would be the dog in the scenario. Hawking. He would be Hawking in the scenario.
Yeah, but the dog didn't get taken back. So anyway, I just wondered
if she strands her dad in time would be interesting.
Yeah, that would be interesting. I just wonder if she could just grab him and take her with her with her. I can't talk, as opposed to like trying to do something to save him. I'm saying like I wonder if she could just bloop in, grab him, bloop back, but I don't know.
Yeah.
And everybody's saying they can still grab her hair. Yes, her hair can still be grabbed.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
It's harder to grab,
it's harder to grab, yeah, but it's
I'm
not
just
like
thinking
shaved
put
it
it
off.
Fund or something, right?
Shaved it all off.
Yeah. Amy says that Marielle could have got more screen time to offer her haircut. I don't know that that's necessarily a good idea.
Well, I think Julie should just start cutting everyone's hair because that looks pretty good.
No, look, she just cut it. I mean, it makes sense. She didn't have time. She just chopped it.
Good.
She would just disappear holding them. Would have felt sorry for Randall if Julie told up with the monster attached to her. Oh yeah, that's a good point. I didn't think about that. The monster would have came back with her. Maybe it has
to be good.
Maybe it has to be her will, right? Maybe she has to want to bring something back with her. I don't know. I'm just.
Or maybe the person has to have something on them that will bring them back, like a bookmark or something.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe she can go and like stick the bookmark that isn't working in like her father's pocket or something. And then it'll come back. Yeah. All right. So to story walk, she explains it to him. She's going to write the symbol on a piece of paper, throw it on the ground and leave it there. And if it works right, the symbol should show up in her pocket, in the paper in her pocket. And then she can use it later to get back to the same point. Like I said before, I do think though she says where, not when, which kind of made me question that maybe that's why she's doing it wrong, but I don't know.
But she did that little thing where it appeared in her pocket, though, that little magic trick.
For him.
Yeah, so technically I thought it already happened.
Yeah, well, like he said, she waited that whole time to do that. But yeah, I mean, she obviously has for anybody that didn't get that, because I know some people were asking about that, she has the paper in her pocket. It's just the symbol's supposed to appear on it. But yeah, that's the point of what she's trying to do. But like I said, I do think she said where. I remember thinking that, and I never went back to re-listen, and I meant to. But the fact that she says she can go back to any place in time or whatever, and didn't say like any time, or I don't know. It just, the wording to me was odd. But anyway, so that's her plan. She's going to make the bookmark. She's going to have Randall pull her out in 5 seconds, which seems to be more time within where she's at. And she's assuming that the symbol will make a bookmark, and then she can go back to that point in time at any time. Although I did want to say, I kind of questioned some of this, because it would enable her to go back to any time, but she still has to find the right time, right? So like, even if this works, she could still be like traveling through time and looking for the right date for like, who knows how long, right?
Yeah.
That was the one thing I wondered about that. Let's see. Oh, geez, I'm sorry that you're having problems with the storm. I know it was getting bad here last night, and then it just quit. We didn't have anything, end up having anything bad here, but I'm sorry you guys are having issues. Definitely think there's something to the clothing being bookmarks. Try to find the jacket she was wearing with Jim. Well, I think when we know she has that jacket on, then we're gonna like know she's gonna probably end up in there, right? Not that I'm saying the jacket necessarily did it. I'm just saying, like, just like with the haircut, she had to have the haircut before she made it to that point. Okay, so she story walks, and there are all the dead bodies. And
I don't think she expected that.
no, she definitely did not expect that. Now, we're all assuming this is a 1978 massacre. Look, I don't see what other massacre could be, just because of the cars and everything else. And the star magic sign is there.
Yeah.
It's pretty obvious this is intended to, I mean, I don't know. Part of me thinks, what if it's going to surprise us and be like a different time? But
Yeah.
I mean, the cars match. If they're 40 years apart, I would say no. So I don't know. But
cars from the 1930s.
Yeah. So either way, she sees all the torn apart bodies, all the guts and all that. And then worse yet, she sees the man in yellow crouching over a body, and he's eating.
Num.
Yeah, num. I don't want to stand the gore too long. It looks like a
liver is so good.
Yeah. But yeah, there is the star magic sign, which is definitely implying there's a good chance this is 1978, because it was in Victor's flashbacks. He sees her and he chases her. She puts the bookmark, writes it down really quick, and throws it on the ground as he comes after her. I do think that's so weird, the way they got the blood. I'm sorry, it is weird. Yeah, I know he said it's gravity.
Yeah.
But it's just kind of funny. Anyway, she throws down the bookmark as he chases her, and she comes back, pulls her out, but unfortunately, I love her expressions. That's why I took a lot of pictures. But unfortunately,
she does a pretty good job in the scene, I'm gonna say.
Yeah, she does. Doug can run. You're right. But anyway, you are right. Amy said they made Doug look so pale. I noticed that too. He's like really, really pale, like paler than usual. But you know what? Maybe that's why he eats, right? Maybe it's like rejuvenating him or something. I don't know. I'm just coming up with stuff. I don't know. But he does look really pale. I agree with that. But anyway, she writes it down. She throws it down. When she comes back, the paper's blank. So unfortunately, it did not work. So yeah, I don't know. She's got to figure out something else, I guess. I'm thinking this was the first time Man in Yellow and Julie met. I mean, I would definitely say it's the first time Julie met him, but I don't know. Do you think it's the first time Man in Yellow met her? Maybe it could be.
I don't know, because Man in Yellow can shapeshift, so who knows?
Okay, that's also a good point. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, yeah, I don't think it really told one way or another, but I see where you're going with that. It does kind of seem like that. Let's see. This episode was full of clues and Easter eggs. We finally got Julie in 1978, and people still hating on socials. Yes, I don't understand. People say we didn't get anything, because I think we got a lot. Yeah, we did. All right. Will young Victor and find Julie's bookmark? Didn't she drop it? Yes, she threw it on the ground. That would be really cool. I sure hope so, Fletcher. That would be awesome. These are all the ones I had bookmarked, or I had bookmarked. Yeah, I bookmarked these comments before. Now I marked these comments before.
Like you were story.
Yeah. Oh, that was about, I should have put this up before. Some of these were from before. I don't think just because we see Manuel controlling the voices this time that it's always been him controlling the voices. We forget the old bad versus good entity game theory. It may not be, could be right. We did talk about that earlier, and I should have put that up earlier. I'm sorry. Was the bottle note 1864 inside Boyd's note work as the perfect bookmark to control story walking? I think that's because he had it in his pocket. He came out in 1864. I definitely wonder that. I said that before, but my question about that is more, did Boyd actually story walk, or is it something else? Yeah. And if he did, does he need the torch or whatever? Let's see. Okay, clothing doesn't have to be specific to Jim, just specific to that time of day, like the shirt she was wearing, time or day, like the shirt she was wearing when going to 1978 was from 1978. Maybe.
Yeah, because somebody yellow has a lot to do with clothing, with Sophie's clothes. Where
yeah.
Like, you know what? One of my disappointments in this episode was that we didn't see Acosta investigating and finding a clue, because I thought she would.
No, we didn't. I think that it's just there's so many characters at this point. Yeah. They got to split it up.
Yeah, there's some episodes where if they're not there, they're going to be in the next one. They kind of rotate.
Yeah, I agree. Did we see anybody in a similar shirt? I didn't see anybody. Somebody said they saw something similar. I don't know if they actually saw.
Well, it could be just somebody's shirt too.
Yeah.
Like Charlie with the Armani shirt, it could have been just one of their other shirts, because these shirts have probably been torn up and bloody.
Yeah.
Just more something belonging to the person, like the stuff in the diner where they have the stuff that belongs to people, that has that vibe from that person on it.
Yeah, I agree. I also don't think that if they're going to keep stuff that's all bloody, they can't get the blood out. But then again, that's why it's so funny that like Boyd constantly wears that bloody shirt. Like, dude, change your shirt, right? He hasn't been this but I'm just
sew up your jacket.
Yeah, just clean it, man, or get a different one. I'm not sure what this was about. I think it's his band, and Julie walked through time to test if she could do it. So I'm not sure what that was specific to, what you mean, his band. There was probably another comment that it was connected to, and I started one and not the other. And I'm sorry about that. I was trying to save them towards the story walking piece. And someone got mixed up, I think. Okay, so Victor digs near the peach truck there. He pulls
out. Look at this big, I want to point out this big glob of drawings. Looks like it has Men in Yellow drawn on the back of it, like one in a red car or something sitting there. And then there's some yellow at the top.
Yeah, it's hard to tell what it is.
So I don't know. These are just ones that he made that he wadded up or something, or there's more of them and we only saw 2. Like this might be his whole book on the Man in Yellow.
I don't know. I assume they're all scary stuff, like from the Man in Yellow, probably.
Because this one in the back looks like he might be in somebody's car or might be up to some shenanigans.
I don't know. I can't tell what that is. Yeah, it looks like it maybe could be inside a car or something. I don't know. It's not super clear what it is. But you're right. There is more drawings.
And that's like it's a wad of drawings.
Yeah, it's a wad of drawings. And they would have been, I feel like, kind of decomposed by now anyway, but that's another issue. There is a yellow suit in Boyd's office now. So, okay. I don't know what that was in a reference to, because yes, there is, but I don't know what the question was.
Oh yeah, anybody could put that suit on now.
Yeah. This is exactly what it looks like, eating good barbecue. You're funny.
Oh yeah.
There's a dry cleaner down in those caves. We never see him because he's always so busy. And then maybe Victor buried Julie's bookmark as well as he did with certain drawings from Eloise. Maybe I was trying to think, was this in the chat, or was this in the live stream that somebody was saying the idea about the drawings? Could they be bookmarks? Was that in the chat or was that here? I'm getting mixed up when we talked about it. It might have been in the chat, in
Probably,
the Discord chat.
but it makes sense if like Victor's drawings were bookmarks or had that symbol in them somewhere. We haven't seen it, but
Yeah, they could have maybe the symbol, which I hadn't thought about, but somebody was saying, and I'm sorry, I at this point don't remember who it was, but might have even been Fletcher. I can't remember, to be honest, but somebody was saying that what if the drawings are bookmarks, and if she takes the drawing, like she'll go back to that time, which
yeah.
I think would be really interesting and actually makes a lot of sense. I'm pretty sure this was during the Discord chat we had this conversation. But yeah, that is really interesting. An idea.
Because if he drew those in real time or close to the real time, she could be hitting on the timeline pretty close.
Yeah,
Like,
but it also like shows it too, so I don't know. What if Sophia sees the yellow suit? What happens if she sees it? I would think she'd have to look like she didn't recognize it, probably.
if I just talk about the Bible or whatever.
Yeah, probably. And yes, to answer your question, this is Miranda. He explains that he thought it wasn't real, like he thought he imagined it, and that he saw the man in yellow eating his mother. So we don't know what happened to Eloise still, other than he thinks he maybe found pieces of her. We're not sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, Henry obviously gets very distraught about it. Yeah, I mean, that's a crazy thing to find out. And that's why I think that it's sad, because Victor reacted obviously in the last episode, but he's looking at these and he's telling him and he's kind of barely reacting. And I think that Scott played it so well, because he's had this trauma for so long. He's just kind of, some of it I feel like accepted. He drew it so he could forget about it, but he's coming back to it, and some of it he's I think numb to, kind of.
Well, yeah, he's just socializing himself from it because he has to survive.
Yeah, and I really liked the way that he played that scene. I thought it was really good, and I thought this whole scene was really sad.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Especially Henry's acting is really good. Like, he's just lost his mind.
Yeah, it does. He is going a little upset there. Drawings tell a story. Miranda was a buffet to Man in Yellow. Yes. But yeah.
It's really weird to me because I thought that in the vision, wasn't Smiley chasing her? So Smiley killed her? Man in Yellow.
My understanding to that, I'm guessing, and I don't know, this is just my guess. Yes, Smiley she went to the tree and Smiley chased her and Smiley killed her. I think that this is supposed to be he was eating her body after, he was going through the dead bodies eating them. I don't think these people
So is it like a cycle of the nightmare creatures killing the people and then the organs are gone because the man in yellow has been eating them?
Yeah, maybe that's why they get ripped open. I definitely think that it's implying that he ate her after she was dead, after Smiley did that. So yes, that is how I take it. But again, that's just more my understanding. I mean, I could be wrong.
Yeah.
I thought it was a nice detail that Henry's reaction to seeing that picture was very Victor-like. It is kind of Victor-like. I hadn't thought about that, but you're right. It is kind of Victor-like. Let's see. JM McPherson. Hi. Says, I don't believe the man in yellow ate Victor's mom. Victor's mom had black hair. The lady in the picture has brown or blonde hair. Look, I don't know, but he said it was his mother. That's all I could say.
I thought Miranda was a brunette.
Yeah, I thought she was brunette too.
But even then, sometimes you don't have the right color crayons. I work in a school. It happens all the time.
Yeah. I don't know.
I mean, how many crayons do you get? Do you get a full box?
Yeah, well, he's also probably working on a small set there. But yeah, I don't know. The point is he did say it was his mother, so I'm going to assume that it is. I mean, for all we know, Eloise could have drawn it because we found out some of his other drawings were Eloise's, right? So I'm assuming he drew it because he said he drew it, and I'm assuming it's his mother because he said it's his mother. But
Yeah, because you can't have so much unreliable narration that it just
no,
goes off the rails.
yeah, if you go too far
It's
that
got to
way,
be
then
grounded somewhere.
right. No, I agree with you. And yes, the bottle. That's why the bottle tree's there. You're right, Fletcher. That makes sense if it was where Smiley killed her. Um, For me, it's not realistic. The man in yellow always walks around to eat organs. Someone would have seen him, and he said he couldn't go back to town in his form because they would remember him, at least Victor. Um, I don't know. I don't know that he always goes around like that eating the
Yeah,
organs. I
I
hadn't
mean,
really thought about.
he could have been conjured up in the same way in 1978 with a
Yeah.
song, with music, like he was in the future, and
Hmm.
we only know he's eaten one other person, and that was like in the woods.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, maybe he waits until the massacre to eat them. Maybe he eats his full fill. I don't know.
Yeah, or maybe the nightmare creatures just collect them and store them somewhere in the hopes that once the man in yellow becomes corporeal, he has a little stockpile.
Yeah.
They're dusty and dry by then.
Yeah. And to be fair, also, if he's like omniscient, no, we don't know that he's omniscient, but if he
Yeah,
is, like, he knows where the townspeople are. So he could be like munching on them, when they're away in a different place of the town at night.
yeah.
So I don't know. I like this though. What happens if the man in yellow gets pushed into to the faraway tree, the bottle tree?
Mhm. I don't know.
I don't know. I'd like to know. What if one of the monsters gets pushed into one, right? I don't know
Yeah.
that could happen, but hey, just try whacking them. That is a good question. I don't know the answer to. That's a good question. Um, what if the man in yellow has to shapeshift because Julie has seen his identity, so he has to keep changing because Julie keeps following through cycles, like Pennywise traveling backwards. You know, that's true. He didn't actually say it was because of Victor, did he?
No,
We're
he
assuming
just
that.
said because people would know of him, basically because people would know. It was real
Yeah,
vague. But
yeah.
Victor definitely would be one of the ones that would know.
Yeah, but he's right with what he said too. It could be Julie would recognize him too. I like that idea that
Well, at
maybe he.
this point, yes, but not,
Yes,
maybe not.
I mean, yes, definitely. That point before this hadn't happened. So, but could it be now? Maybe. I wouldn't push a monster in a faraway
But
tree.
now he's Sophia, so there you go.
Well, maybe Fletcher, maybe they don't die if they get stuck in the middle of a pool or something and they just, like freeze and then it doesn't make a new pregnancy. I don't know. Hi, RC0. I'm not sure how to say that. RC016G. Hi. Um, yeah, I don't know. All right. So this is where they're telling her they have to wait until the swelling goes down before they can set her bones.
Mhm. So
And
her, like the bird, has a broken wing.
I had not thought about that, but you're right. I had not thought about that. Okay. So I think this would have been a better ending to the episode. I think they should have reordered things. I think
Mm,
scene is creepy. Okay, so why she's getting her arm looked at, this is where she says, do you know the story of Abraham? That God is testing them to allow him to testing him to allow him to put his faith in God.
mhm.
No, sorry. She says they're testing them to allow them to put their faith in God. And she said that the story of Abraham, she's telling the story why Sarah's staring at the water, waiting for something bad to happen. And she said that Abraham had an unshakable faith and obedience to God. One day, God tested him, ordering him to kill his son as a way to prove his faith. But at the last moment, God intervened and offered a ram to be sacrificed instead. And then Sarah sees Bach to pour the water away, so it gets thrown away. And she's kind of like, what's going on? And then that's when Sophia says that God never intended for Abraham to kill his son. He simply needed to know if he would. So,
Mhm.
yeah, there was nothing with the water. This is just, will
That's
she
true.
still listen? Will she still
That
follow
Old
the.
Testament God is so tricky.
Yeah, but
It makes me
yeah,
think there's been a ram in the sack too. Maybe Lori was right. Maybe it is a ram.
yeah, we talked about, yeah, I said from the beginning I thought it was a ram, but then everybody said it was a male goat, and I said I don't know, and I looked
Well,
at
the
pictures of
horns
male
look more
goat.
like a male goat.
It did
Because
kind of look like it could be a male goat. I don't know. I thought the horns looked more curled, but it was honestly hard to tell.
it's hard
But
to
it
tell.
definitely makes sense if it was a ram now, right?
Mm, yeah.
I don't know that we'll ever know, but
Hmm.
yeah. Either way, very creepy to me because yeah, she knows now Sarah will follow the voices. And I think it's really interesting too, because if you think about it, like the whole part of the end of last season, the finale, like the whole point was that Sarah did what she did to Elgin because he wouldn't like he was following the voices, right?
Yeah.
And she wanted to save her, save Fatima and everything. And it's like she just turned around and did the same thing. Yeah. So she's willing to listen to him, like, no matter what happened, and as much as she was like, you already uh, I'm not gonna let you destroy your soul or whatever what she said, and that she made the
Mhm,
sacrifice, and it's like, she's still willing to do it though. And
mhm,
I think out of all people, it's kind of interesting that she did it. Yeah. So yeah. I don't know. I just really like that scene. I think it was creepy. And I think, in my opinion, I think it would have been a better ending to the episode. And I wish they would have reordered it.
mhm.
But that's
Yeah,
just my opinion.
I can kind of get that
Yeah. I thought
because it's
that was,
kind of like a parable and a stronger story.
yeah, yeah, definitely. I
A
mean, look,
story about man and his foibles.
man and his foibles. Yeah. Look, I get that, like, a lot of people are waiting to see what's in the water and that kind of thing. But I don't know. To me, I just thought that would have been a better ending.
What, everybody got infected? She had strep and she spit into the pitcher and everybody drank out of it.
Yeah, that could have happened too, I guess.
Yeah.
I truly wanted to
Well, we
find out.
didn't see people. I mean, somebody could have, like, took a little drink out of that.
That's interesting too. Like, what if somebody had drank it before, like, she dumped it out? That wasn't the point, though. That would have ruined. I feel like that would have ruined the scene if somebody drank out of the cup.
Wasn't the point. Yeah.
Although it would have been really funny if, like, when they're filming this, somebody to be like an asshole went and picked up the glass, like, just to screw up the whole scene. That would have been kind of funny. I truly wanted Sarah to find out that Sophia was the bad guy. She may still, may. I mean, who knows? But yeah, she did not yet, that's for sure. Was Victor passing the torch on tree measurement to Henry makes me think Sophia will understand Victor connects dots and kills Victor during this season. I hope not.
Mm,
Ram in the blood bag. Yeah.
yeah.
Whoops. I'm clicking the wrong thing. Um, Somebody said the bag was filled with goat heads, not a mention of ram. Well, I can say one thing. I believe, unless I'm forgetting what I wrote, which is also possible because my memory sucks. But I'm pretty sure in my review, or not review, recap review, whatever it was, the review I wrote, I had put ram because I
Mhm.
thought it was ram. But then,
Who wrote filled with goat heads? What
yeah, I definitely didn't say
website was
that.
that?
Yeah, no. I
It
think I had
wasn't full of goat heads.
Yeah, I know. It wasn't full of goat heads. Might have been too like a goat, but
Might
to
have
me
been
it
little.
looked like a ram. What it to me it looked like was a ram that you couldn't see most of it, and like the entrails or something that had come out of it, like its
Well,
guts.
well, it still goes along the lines of sacrificial lambs,
Yeah,
sacrificial goat,
sacrificial something.
sacrificial scapegoat, Jim. They're all related to
Yeah,
Jim.
I'm pretty sure that I wrote ram, and I feel like I might have changed it though after the watch party and like switched it because I always like take my notes and write them up. I'm like usually doing it last minute at the watch party, and it's possible that after we talked about it, I thought, everybody might be right, and then I changed it. So I'm
Well,
saying
I showed Lori like a graphic of horns, and the horns in the goat in the bag look more like a goat than a ram. So it's just weird. It
I don't
depends.
know. I thought they looked like ram horns, but I don't. To be honest, I don't really like look at goats and rams. I was googling pictures, so.
I do all the time. I love goats.
No, but I just mean like I was googling pictures and then I looked up a male goat and I'm like, okay, it kind of looks like that too. So I'm like, I don't know, could
But
be
there's so
either.
much variant. Like mountain goats look different than
Yeah,
domestic goats, and there's so many species. The horns are all over the place.
no, you're totally right. But they were at any rate they were curved horns. That was why I automatically like originally assumed it was a good ram.
Every
But
once in
when
a
I
while, you get a unicorn goat with just one horn.
yeah, but when I originally wrote that, like I had thought that before I ever Googled it. Like
I
I
don't think it
Googled.
really matters.
No, it doesn't. I think we're
The
going off on a tangent that
picture.
doesn't matter, and we're taking longer because we're going off on a tangent. You're right. Okay,
That's
so
fine.
anyway, Boyd and Kenny come to talk to Fatima, and this is when Boyd's like, "Why are you making this now?" And she says that she still feels that the thing that she carried inside of her, like they're connected, A part of her feels what he feels, meaning Smiley, and said, "Do you think this will break the connection?" And she said, "It goes both ways. He feels what she's feeling, and he likes that she's scared, and that making this golem makes her feel strong and less scared. So this is how she's fighting back." So she's not making, in my opinion, she's not necessarily making this with the intent of thinking it's going to come to life. Although in this town, it totally could. I'm not.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm not discounting that, but I'm saying she's kind of saying, like, I'm doing this because it helps me. It makes me not scared, not necessarily that
Well,
she.
it focuses her attention on art instead of thinking the fearful thoughts.
Yeah.
So
Yes, definitely.
Smiley can't enjoy that.
Yes. Okay, we have a lot of.
I don't know if Smiley enjoys art.
Yeah, that part I don't know, Scarlett.
He loves plants. I know he fell up some plants.
Yeah, that's probably why she ate them.
Maybe gardening.
Let's break the floor of the top of the colony house. Great idea.
Maybe the golem will just crash down to the floor, but like land on his feet and start like running for the hills or running for the field or the village or whatever.
Yeah, who knows? We'll have to see.
That'd be really cool. I think that'd be a cool visual.
It would be cool. It would be cool. All right. Kenny says that whenever Boyd says something like, all things considered, having a champion in our corner isn't the worst thing. And Kenny says he'll tell people to leave her be, basically. And then we see this ring randomly fall down the stairs. I know somebody had asked where it came from. Like, you can't really see it. Just starts bouncing down the stairs.
The air.
Yeah, the air. So Boyd picks it up. He looks at it, sees the same inscription as on his wife's ring. Tells Jade they got to go back to the station.
Still babysitting Jade.
Yeah, still babysitting Jade. He sets down the ring on the table there, digs out his wife's ring, and he's like, "Yep, it's the same." And then he goes back and it is gone. I know when he did that, I was thinking, like, don't set it down. Like, it was one of those things I think I kind of figured it was.
And the glass on the table also has pictures on it, which I thought was kind of interesting because there was a whole thing with Sarah in the water in the picture, and then the glass on the table has jugs.
Oh, back there,
yeah, pink jugs, something like that. I'm not saying pink jugs. I mean, like, pictures.
Yeah, no, I see it kind of does.
Look at those pink jugs, everyone.
Oh, you're silly. No, I do agree. It does have something on the glass, on the cup.
Yeah.
Okay.
A Roman or Grecian, like those like jugs or pitchers.
Yeah. No, okay. I see what you're saying now. Yes. Although to me it just looks like a drinking glass. It's hard to tell. At least in the picture.
No, it's a drinking glass, but the graphics on the glass
okay.
are jugs and pitchers of water, like Greco-Roman like looking ones.
Okay, I get it. That makes sense. I get it.
I just thought it was their glass choice even kind of reflected the whole Sarah pitcher kind of story.
Yeah, that's interesting. I hadn't noticed that. You can't tell in that picture. I'll have to look at
Pandora's jug. You remember Pandora's jug? It was Pandora's box, but originally it was a jug, so we got that too symbolically going on.
Oh, maybe. Boyd's hallucination. Also, I remember when I said the symbol Julie drew was broken infinity symbol. Funny they show us an infinity symbol here with Boyd, since Boyd successfully traveled through time. Playing devil's advocate, I have to ask though, are you seeing an infinity symbol because we saw another infinity symbol and that's why it looks like an infinity symbol to you? A broken infinity symbol because of the ring. Like, I question, if this ring wasn't in this episode, would you have thought of a broken infinity symbol? You might have. I'm not saying you wouldn't have, Fletcher. I'm just asking, like, I kind of wonder, do you see that because there's another symbol in the episode? Because I don't know. To me, it looks like an X. Like, I kind of see it, but to me, it looks just as much as a monarch symbol as it does. When I said that, I was joking, but it does an infinity symbol. Like, I never would have thought that if I hadn't seen the ring, and that's why I just wondered. I wonder. I had theorized infinity symbols. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I didn't know that. Okay, fair enough. I did not. I don't know. To me, it looked like an X. I'm not saying it was. I'm just saying to me, it looks like an X. All right. So
all those things.
Yeah. It could be both. You're right. Okay, so pulling cabbage, talking about cartoons.
Pulling cabbage. Talking about the Jetsons.
Talking about their favorite cartoons. Okay.
Patty has one line so she can get, actors insurance or whatever.
Yeah. All right. So they drizzle the water.
Big fan, Patty, if you're listening.
Hey, who knows? Maybe Patty will be in it more. We don't know.
She probably would get killed by like the ragdoll or something.
Who knows? All right. So
I feel bad for her.
They drip the water on the bird. I don't know why Tabby's wrist look like it's got
definitely when he walks up, it must be a CGI bird or a model because he's holding it in a bad way.
Probably, yeah.
It could be a model. It could be a practical model too.
Yeah, it could be a fake. You're right. It could be a fake bird. Well, Snap has a point I didn't think of. There is an infinity symbol in the cave. There is. I had not thought about that, but you're right. There is. I forgot about that. Whoops.
And it is kind of stylized too, much like that.
Yeah.
It's got the little sun rays coming out of it.
Yeah. Yeah. You mean in the cave, not on the drawing. You mean because
in the cave. You were talking about the cave.
No, I just meant at first I thought you meant in the book. I thought that's what you meant. Okay.
No, you were talking about the cave. So I was talking about the cave.
To be fair, I was talking about the
I wasn't going too far off.
Okay. Anyway, so they drizzle the water on the bird. We don't know what happens with the bird.
Baptizes bird.
We don't get to know what happens with the bird because
hopefully it doesn't die.
Wait, is it Roger? Roger, right? Yeah, Roger.
That's Roger. Yeah.
Okay, I'm trying to making sure it's the right name. Okay, so he finds a rope on the ground, and I'm sorry, I can't help but compare it to Lost and the ARG.
I never watched it, so
I know you didn't. But I almost guarantee you that Karen and Jay will talk about it tomorrow too, because they're going to say the same thing.
Yeah, but it also reminds me of The Endless, a movie that I feel like From constantly rips off when they play tug of war with the entity.
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I hadn't even thought about that.
Yeah, because it has Polaroids from it, and I feel like some of the timey-wimey stuff is from it. They watched it and they're like, "Oh, they got some good ideas."
Well, let's be honest. There's pretty much nothing that's unique anymore, right? Like, there's always some inspiration from something else.
True. Well, I mean, whether it be, but it's good if it's good information, good inspiration from creative, great movies as opposed to bad ones.
Yeah. No, you're right.
Yeah.
But sometimes I think people, they're inspired by things and maybe they don't even realize they are too, because they could have seen something and not remember it. Mm-hmm. Anyway, the point is he finds a rope in the ground that is extended into the water. Now, I don't know. I kind of feel like if you're in this town and you see this rope going into the water, like, do you automatically pull it? Like, wouldn't you at least I would at least ask everybody to be like, hey guys, look, I found a rope.
Like a boat.
What's at the other end? Don't just yank it and hope it's good and happy.
You take a boat first and you say, hey guys, come here. What should we do with this?
Yeah, exactly. But anyway, he yanks it and we get a lot of shit covered in seaweed floating up.
And the plug comes out of the Lake of Tears and it all drains.
No more Lake of Tears. No, I don't know.
They found the plug.
We found the plug. Yeah, look, we don't really know what it is for sure. I mean, I know that if you've seen the trailer, you have ideas of what it could be. Whether it is, we don't know. But I agree, Jay. I think she needs
to be those cabbage people.
She needs to watch Dark. Those are the two things she needs. And I need to finish Dark. Anyway, yeah. So there you go. Seaweed. That's all I'm going to say. Seaweed.
Yeah, it could be those cabbage people, though. Because they were kind of in a seaweedy kind of thing.
Yeah, no, it could be. I mean, I don't know. It could be. I know that seems to be what people are thinking, but could be, could not be. We'll have to wait until next week and see. And I know some people are probably going to mention again, they've seen the trailer. I don't know what's in the new trailer. I haven't watched the new trailer, but a lot of people don't want to know. So we won't. If you have seen it, please don't talk about it in the YouTube chat. Although if you do want to talk about it, you're welcome to talk about the official, as long as it's a trailer and it's official and we're not doing leaks, but if it's an official trailer, it could be in, you could talk about it in the spoiler channel Discord. Fletcher, I say the same thing to you. You always act like you mean anything. I don't mean anything. I always say, I don't know. Could be, could not be. I could know the answer. I could not know the answer. I'm not saying anything. It could be seaweed. You're right. It could totally just be a big freaking pile of seaweed.
So how is this like lost, Jamie?
No, the rope. There's like this thing, and I think it was actually part of the ARG. I don't even know if it was in the episode, but there was a rope into the water like that.
Oh, that's nice. Ethan's surrounded by yellow flowers too. That's nice. Nice foreshadowing there.
Surrounded by yellow flowers. You're not wrong with that. You're not wrong with that.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
It's just on that side. The other people are standing on the other side. And where Ethan is, it's all yellow.
It is, but I don't know. Maybe there happened to be yellow flowers, but you're right. Maybe they said, here, come stand over here. It's yellow. Who knows? Mm-hmm. Let's see. I'm going to go through the last few questions here that I had started and didn't get to. So we'll go back to them. I feel like Eloise won't be alive in 2022 at this point. Honestly, maybe is it 2022? See, I can't remember what time it is.
Yeah, I think it's like.
Okay. At this point, honestly, maybe Julie gets to see her death. I don't know. Jade risking her name earlier this season in his notes, foreshadowing. Maybe. I don't know. I honestly feel like if we haven't seen Eloise's body, and if Victor hasn't seen Eloise's body, I don't buy it. Just because he hasn't said it.
It's going to be, if she's just dead, it's a huge nothing burger. And I don't want it to be that.
Yeah, I agree with you totally. 100%.
What's the point of it?
Yeah. Maybe it tricked Ethan into going to the Lake of Tears to get them released. Well, whatever it is. But to be fair, like, Ethan wasn't the one that pulled the rope. So Roger was the one that pulled the rope and didn't even ask him. Golden Child said, it's funny how both the bird and Sophia had injured limbs around the same time, or is it funny? I had not thought about that until you said that. But yeah, somebody had said that earlier though. It might have been you, but yeah. Okay, it was you. Sorry, I said I can't remember. I can't remember.
I can't remember what happened a half hour ago.
Who says what? You guys, I talked to so many of you. I don't remember who says what. Let's see. What? Sorry, what?
I said I'm the one that's making noise, though.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Noise.
The man in yellow has many biblical references, even for playing a pastor's daughter. Maybe theory. He was the colonial village's minister before the bargain. That's what May says.
I think Sophie's a living Bible. And when the Bible comes to the town, the massacre happens. You know, kind of like I said it before, like Buffy with Dawn, that was a girl, but she was also a key. Like she was an object, but she was a person.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen
Sophie
Buffy.
Could be like the Bible that comes to the town because she's wisdom. Her name means wisdom.
Yeah, I remember you saying before that her name means wisdom. Yeah, I don't know. But I could kind of see that. I just don't. I guess part of me is kind of like, why though? Like, if he's evil, why would he constantly quote the Bible? Like, what's the point of that? Other than to confuse us. I mean,
well, this Old Testament where the God is not so great as Jesus.
All right. I don't know.
You know, the Bible, like the Old Testament is all like real hard and the New Testament is softer.
Yeah, but I wouldn't consider somebody like the man in yellow to be connected to either.
Yeah, but the man in yellow is using religion against them. He's using religion against Sarah. He's using a parable to manipulate someone. Unfair, manipulate.
True. No, you're right. That's true.
Like God did.
Catastrophe says it does seem like.
Have you ever read the Old Testament, Jamie?
No, I have not read the whole Bible.
Yeah, I mean, it's like God doing that. There's Job. There's him and the devil making wagers and shit. It's like, geez, the Old Testament God is horrible.
Well, maybe she'll give us more
parables.
No, what I mean, maybe she'll give us more parables, and we'll have to, connect it then. It does seem.
Babylon, so.
Sorry, what?
I also think she's a Scarlet Woman in Babylon too, the Revelations from Book of Revelations, but that's for another time.
Okay. That's two completely different things, Scarlet. No, I know. I'm just saying that's two ends.
Not two completely different things. They're all in the same book.
All right. Anyway. It does seem like a lot of answers are under the town, the tunnels, for example. Interesting.
That's what the
Uh,
guy in Clockwork Orange likes the Old Testament of the Bible.
you
You
know,
see Clockwork Orange?
no, actually, I haven't. I
You
keep
haven't
meaning
seen
to watch
Clockwork Orange?
it, but I haven't.
It's
I keep meaning to watch it, but I haven't. I
because
no.
he like the main character. Well, I don't know. I don't think I'd spoil it though. But he like reads the Bible, and because he's into ultra violence, he likes the Old Testament Bible because it's full of the good old ultra violence.
Yeah, I don't
But
know.
to them, to the outside world, he's being pious and reading the Bible. That was my point.
Okay, I see what you mean. Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't
but
know.
just getting off the violence of it.
No, yeah, I get that, and that's true. I don't know. It's hard to. I don't know. When I see it, to me, it's kind of hard to reconcile the two things. But I
Mm.
understand what you're saying. But yeah, I don't know. To me, the man in yellow slash Sophia is meant to be like the evil, but it also kind of makes it trying to think of the word I want, and I can't think of the word I want. But it also in a way kind of makes sense if he is pretending to be opposite that too. But yeah, to me, I see it as different things, but I see what you mean. I do wish Marielle was more open about her experience because I really want her and Randall Julie to talk.
Mhm.
She could probably help her story walk or something. I
Mhm.
wish the two of them would or the three of them would get together and talk about what happened
Well,
too.
they're all technically in the same place tonight at the clinic, so maybe that might happen.
Oh, maybe. I hadn't even thought of that.
Because yeah, because Murray, like Randall's living with Murray and Christy, but then Julie said she'd be spending the night there because she was going to be away from Tabby.
I hadn't even thought of that. Is he still there?
Yeah,
Because okay, because I
they were on
hadn't
the
thought of it.
bus, but he's living at the clinic, but they were just on the bus to look through the books.
Yeah,
Because
no, I forgot that he was still at the clinic. I was thinking he was back at the bus because I'm just thinking that's actually kind of interesting because she's like, "Oh, I don't mean like and I know there's nothing between them. I don't mean that there is, and I'm not saying there is. I just think it's kind of funny because she's like, "Oh, there's nothing between us. I'll stay with Christy and Mariel," and it's like he's there
yeah,
too. That kind of
true. Yeah,
that kind of defeated the whole part of that conversation, in my opinion. But
yeah,
yeah, yeah, no shenanigans, so it doesn't matter. I just
yeah.
thought it was fun because I didn't even think about that. I was thinking he was back on the bus, but I guess he's not.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, that's to do with the other trailer, so I'm just gonna unstore that one. We won't go with that just because I don't know. I think everybody's probably seen the old trailer, but okay, we'll pick a couple more, and then it's like going on 2 o'clock, guys. My head is killing me. I'm having fun, and I'm so happy that we get more people the later we get. But
Hmm.
I know I'm getting tired, and I'm guessing Scarlett probably is too.
Yeah.
Um,
I had a
so,
long weekend of like vending and a run fair and going to
yeah,
a bunch of events. I probably got 4 hours of sleep both nights, so I got to catch up a little bit.
yeah, I know I totally can get that. I don't get enough sleep either, so I get that. So we'll pick a few more comments, guys, and then we'll probably wrap it up. Thank you, Dieter. I'm glad you like the two of us together.
Oh,
Um, yeah. And again, thank you. No, we have not. We've only seen Eloise as a kid. I still
yeah.
don't know how to say that. RC016G, Rico. I don't know. But yeah, we've only seen her as a child. But I do thank all of you for coming. We appreciate it. If you're looking for more from content, like I said, tomorrow, Karen AJ and I have our review at 10 Eastern, and because we do both shows a week. And don't forget for From fans that we have our watch party in Discord for From on Saturday nights at midnight and Sundays at 9 Eastern. And we also have Liz Saunders, who plays Donna, coming live on June 3rd at 7 Eastern. You can ask her your questions. And then also don't forget tomorrow, we're going to be giving away the cameo with Avery that Kimberly's providing. And it sounds like next week that West of Westeros is going to be giving away some subscriptions to the channel. So, and maybe some other stuff. So we'll see. So check out Discord for all that. And don't forget about our From playlist that has links to all the interviews. And also that my interview with Hannah will be up tomorrow as well. Yeah, I can't do too much more here. We'll pick a couple. Let's see. Oh, there's so many. I was just trying to go through and pick and see, like, I can imagine myself pulling on the rope and then realizing it's too late. I shouldn't have been pulling on it, but too late. I pulled up the.
Whoops! Pull up the cork on the Lake of Tears. Popped
yeah,
out.
or you pulled the cork. You're right. I think the tunnels connect to the river. Do you see any? I wish you could click them too. Then it would be, now that you're on your laptop when you do this, I'll have to connect it so you can click them.
Yeah, we'll have to see what the limitations of this laptop are, because I know they're not. For some reason, this laptop's not super compatible to things. But
yeah, no, it's fine. I just meant then you can help me. I mean, not that you have to, but I just meant that.
Well, I thought maybe I could like present things. If I have a picture or something to present, I could actually just present it.
Yeah, can you not do that? You don't have a present button. I was going to say, I thought.
Well,
I
do now.
Okay, that's what I mean. I don't think you have to be logged in to get a present button. You should be able to do that, I think.
Yeah, but let's say we could try it like off of a live when we're done.
Yeah.
See if I can present something. Yeah.
Yeah, you can definitely try it out when we're done here, and then next time you can do it. I just figure that way you can pick some from the chat too, because there's a lot, and I know you're probably reading them as I'm scrolling through them and like got ideas. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Trying to find something besides the trailer. I was trying to find things of. I think the Lake of Tears is in the cave somewhere. I know, I've heard that a couple times. I think that's really interesting idea too. The Lake of Tears holds down the bodies, maybe.
Oh, I thought the Brundles were just full of dead bodies.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe there'll be more. Maybe all those bloody bodies are buried from this massacre. Maybe Victor threw them in the water, right?
Yeah. And he just doesn't remember it. Like the boy in white was like, well, just throw the bodies in the water and then just take
they'll decompose. It's okay. They'll decompose.
Yeah, those could be bodies floating in the water right now. I don't know.
It's just, it's hard to tell. It's covered in seaweed. That's why I'm saying it's hard to tell.
Bodies.
Fletcher's calling us the Jamie in yellow and Scarlet and white.
Oh.
So I'm glad you guys are enjoying us. And yeah, I know what you mean, Dieter. It's okay.
And because I have the lower voice.
Yeah, you have. Yeah, Scarlett has the lower voice.
I have the lower voice.
All right. I wonder what Khatri would think of Fatima's plan. That's a good question.
What was it?
I wonder what Khatri would think of Fatima's plan.
We haven't seen him. Is he done now?
I don't know. I don't have any
answer. Is Tom done now?
Maybe. Can Fatima sacrifice her child / Smiley to end the cycle? I never thought about that, but I actually like that idea, Jay. That's funny. I'm sure she wouldn't mind sacrificing Smiley now that she knows who her child is, right?
Well, she makes like a golem Smiley, and the golem Smiley fights the actual Smiley.
Yeah, that would be.
Give a lot of work to Jimmy McGuire.
It would. Let's see. I'm trying to see. It is okay. We're already past 3.5 hours. I was trying to at least go to 3.5 hours. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much. Please make sure you like the video, subscribe to Sci-Fi-Vision, and come back tomorrow to try to win the Avery Cambrio from Kimberly. And thank her again for that. We appreciate it. So yeah, we'll give that out randomly to somebody tomorrow when we do our From review. And you can see all our stuff on our video and live tab. But thank you for coming. I know you guys still have a lot more questions. I'm sorry we didn't get through all your comments and all your questions, but my head's getting worse.
But after the live is done, you can put them in the comment section and we'll get to them.
Yes, please. Yes, please put them in the comments, because comments actually do help the video a lot, even sometimes more so than the chat. So if you have more comments, put them in. I always try to answer everybody's. And you can also, of course, put them in our Discord. Make sure you join our Discord if you haven't. And yeah, and like I said, that interview with Hannah will be up sometime tomorrow, and even earlier if you're a Survivor member or a higher tier, you'll get it a little bit beforehand, but you'll still get it either way. We have access to your no, you can't have access to my computer. I know you guys are joking.
Yikes.
You're right. But yeah, good night. I'm gonna try. I see Mia's still there. I'm gonna try. I feel like I don't know. I'm crazy to even say it. I'm still considering maybe trying to do Walking Dead Tuesday, but I think I might be dead if I try to do another show this week. I'm just kind of like, oh, I don't know. I need sleep, but I will get sleep tonight at least. Yeah, and hopefully my head will be a little bit better. But thank you, everybody. Thank you for coming. Thank you if you came for the watch party, and we'll see you tomorrow. And like we said, we also have Widow's Bay this week as well as Punisher. So just check I will update the schedule on Discord, and I will schedule the From review, our show for tomorrow night. I might not schedule it until tomorrow just because it's after 2 a.m. But I will schedule it, and I will post in Discord when it goes up. And leave my computer alone. Just kidding. All right. Have a good night, everybody. Thank you so much. We got so many people. Thanks for coming. Good night.
Happy Mother's Day. People in the West Coast still have an hour. Celebrate.
Yes. Happy Mother's Day, everybody.